talk of the town. He is the toast of the town.
The toast.
They're toasting him already.
The burnt toast.
He was on the Joe Buck HBO premiere talk show, the first talk show in Joe Buck's.
Joe Buck's 2 Live.
Joe Buck Live.
Right.
You know, they're making a big deal about Artie's language on the show, and it's weird to me because, you know, they have the cat house, like prostitutes fucking
but
guys.
HBO's schizophrenic like that.
Yeah.
You know, like on certain shows you're not supposed to do it, and somehow you're supposed to know which shows are for cursing and which shows aren't.
What about Sex and the City?
Right.
They used to, I mean, the stuff on that show offended me.
But then they'll have
No, it
something
didn't.
like the Bob Costas show, which never had any cursing in it.
I know, but they said, okay, I mean, they said do anything you want.
Well, I think they're schizophrenic in the sense that I think Joe Buck was going for more of a Letterman-esque kind of talk show where they talk sports and hang out. And
Right, because if you watched it, it was the Costas show. There was never any cursing.
I do believe, though, that these guys, when they booked you on the show, you know, sort of thought that you would be a talk show guest in keeping with your Letterman appearances and your Conan appearances and stuff like that. I think they probably were really blown out by the language, but nevertheless,
they should have said something. Right. They shouldn't have said "go to town."
They gave me no guidelines. Listen, I mean, this is crazy. I did an interview with the New York Times yesterday. Like, I mean,
about this?
Yeah.
Well, it's a big story in the sense that you went on. And HBO is now upset with you.
Right.
Oh, dear.
And in fact, I was reading the paper today, they've blacklisted Artie from HBO Sports, which
wow.
I don't think.
Well, geez, Artie, I'm sorry for you.
I don't know how that would affect your career, but maybe it would. I don't know.
Look, me blacklisted from anything could affect my career, sure.
The HBO Sports Department's a major plank.
Here's the article. HBO wipes hands of Artie. Artie Lange meet the HBO blacklist. Lange, Howard Stern's radio sidekick, is persona non grata at HBO Sports after his profanity-laced segment on Monday's premiere of Joe Buck Live. I tell you what, I never knew who Joe Buck was. Now I do.
Yeah, I mean,
there's something good that came out of this.
Sure.
He can do, he can go do as many Howard Stern shows as he likes, but he will no longer appear on HBO Sports or Joe Buck Live, HBO Sports President Ross Greenberg told the Post yesterday.
Wow.
Well, that's the greatest news ever. I can do as many Howard Stern shows as I want.
How does Ross know that you can do as many shows as you want?
When did he get to get permission to do this show?
He's executive producing this show.
He's the president of Hollywood.
Howard, if that's true, and you make that decision, I couldn't be happier about.
We don't have any interest in his world. That's a quote from Mr. Greenberg.
You have your own world.
Lange appeared with actor Paul Rudd, barely. Paul Rudd didn't get a word in.
But they weren't trying. Did you see them struggling for words?
No,
Howard, they
had a good time.
They went, they both loved it. If you watch it, you watch it, the crowd is guffawing. Like Michael Irvin is laughing. Like, look, I'm not going to say this about a normal appearance, but I have to defend myself. Like Jimmy Kimmel texted me yesterday and said, "Dude, that appearance was epic. They should have you back on every night." Like,
you should be his sidekick. Somebody said to me there should be the Artie and Joe Buck show.
Yeah, I mean, so Ross Greenberg has, I mention him a lot in this New York Times. I don't know if the New York Times thing ran at all, but he sounds like a moron. He gave me no guidelines, and he knows what I do. He read my book. He saw my stand-up. Can someone explain to him why I wouldn't do what I did on Letterman? It's CBS, it's Letterman, and quite frankly, I have a lot more respect comedically for David Letterman than I do Joe Buck.
Lange, discussing his appearance on yesterday's Howard Stern show, said Greenberg told him to go nuts if the discussion flagged. So go fuck yourself. I don't care how important you are in the business, Lange said to Greenberg. That's regrettable, Greenberg fired back. I said to him prior to the show that we need your energy if things get boring. He misconstrued that. I didn't mean that we needed this, which was a far cry from energetic. It was a mean-spirited, vitriolic diatribe with guttural language.
Howard, take away the first thing I said, okay?
Right.
And which was just a crazy joke that is the first time the audience reacted to anything, okay?
Right.
And the kid Jason next to me started whooping it up afterwards. Whoa, and the place went nuts. Then after that, it really was just me and Joe ribbing each other. and I told a story about his father. And I mean, that was really, that's what I did. And everything killed. I mean, But I don't care if I'm ever on HBO ever again.
Right.
This is the show that sells tickets to there's guys who have HBO stand-up specials that open for me on the road. I mean, that's the truth, because I'm on the Stern Show. I mean, I don't care, Ross. I really just don't care.
All right. Let's see. So Artie, who ever since he got off heroin is very energetic, appeared on a bunch of shows.
He is Mr. Energy.
No, Tim Sabian called me and asked me to call into Chris Russo. I wouldn't have done that.
Well, you can do sports with Chris.
Yeah, right. and
I heard that, by the way.
You heard it, Fred?
Oh, yeah, I heard that, by the way. He's not your friend.
Yeah, I know. I mean, Russo was, he was doing...
I didn't think Russo was... I thought you might have overreacted to Russo, and I'll tell you why.
I definitely think so, too.
I haven't heard the whole thing. We'll play it now. He thought you weren't funny. So you say, well, some people think I'm funny, and some people don't.
Okay, he had an issue with the language, too, and I just explained that I said, well, look,
but
Chris...
you got so angry with Chris, it was like saying, who cares what Chris thinks, whether you're funny or not? Just be like, you know what? I thought I did well. That's the only person I answered
Well, I
to.
was told that he was bashing me for a while. Well, that's what I was told. Tim said you got to call in...
And then
Tim wanted you to react to what was being said.
Tim asked me to call in.
And then Artie slammed this guy, Mike Francesco. Turns out Mike was defending Artie. You were on fire.
Oh, dear.
Well, I've been wanting to slam Francesco for a while. He gave me a bad tip on a couple of college games.
Well, that's very understandable. So, anyway, let me play you the Artie. What was Artie busy with yesterday?
Yeah,
page.
How many shows yesterday?
I'm going to get you a bunch of clips here. What page is that again, Gary? The Artie page.
Artie has his own page.
JD, page 1? Okay. All right. Here's Artie versus Mad Dog. What about that first clip? Can I pass on that one and just get right to
pass on the first clip.
Okay. Here's Artie versus Mad Dog. The two of them going at it yesterday.
People guffawed laughing. They don't laugh. They laugh politely if they have to. People were barreled over laughing. Watch the fucking tape.
Artie, I'm a big fan. You were not funny. I'm sorry. Yeah, I mean, I'm a big fan of yours, Artie. I watched. You were not funny. That was not a funny set. That was not a funny 8 minutes.
I'll tell you what, Chris, I'm a big fan of yours about sports, but you don't know shit about being funny. When you're funny, it's funny when...
Artie, I'm not trying to be funny. You tried to be funny, and you weren't funny.
Exactly. I was trying to be funny, and I was funny. Howard Stern thought I was funny.
We all know.
I got texts from people I barely know. Jimmy Kimmel sent me a text saying that appearance was epic. It was the best thing I've ever seen. It was hilarious, and they're going to have you back. Every funny person I know thought I was funny. I don't give a fuck about anybody else. Chris, I love
Billy Crystal, Artie, Billy Crystal didn't think you're funny, and Billy Crystal's better than Jimmy. And Billy Crystal is bigger than Jimmy Kimmel. And Billy Crystal did not think you were funny.
Billy Crystal, let me tell you about Billy Crystal. Billy Crystal hates Howard because Howard busts his chops. Billy Crystal's funny, but he's an uptight prick. He's a politically correct, uptight bastard. He's an egomaniac. We've sent out Stutter and John to ask him questions. We play a tape. Oh, Howard's not funny either. I think Billy Crystal is unbelievably talented.
Wait.
Wait, let me talk. I think Billy Crystal is unbelievably talented. His stand-up is unreal, but he's full of himself, and he's taking it too far. I'm a Yankee fan like him. Now he thinks he's Mr. Big Shot, Mr. Pretentious, Mr. I Meet the President, so I don't give a fuck what he thinks is funny. I give a fuck what my fans think are funny, and they thought it was funny, Chris.
Artie.
And I don't care if you think it's funny either, even though I'll listen to you talk about the Jet-Giant schedule and what the record's going to be, but don't tell me about being funny, and I won't tell you about...
Well, but Artie, you need a guy. You tell me about sports. You're allowed. I mean, I don't say, well, now, what does Artie know about sports? I don't say that. So why should you say that about me about why I can't judge a comedian? What, you're allowed to judge your sports and I can't judge a comedian?
You're entitled to your opinion, but I don't respect your opinion about comedy. I tell you about sports, and a lot of times I'm wrong, and if you tell me I'm wrong, I'll believe it. Chris, I love you, man. You know I'm a huge fan of yours, but you're wrong about this. I was funny, and look at the audience. They guffaw.
You can't judge.
Michael, wait, Crystal.
Oh, hold on now. Let me get this straight. Artie, let me get this straight. I'm not allowed to judge your comedic value, but Michael Irvin can. Is that the way it's supposed to work? I can't judge it, but if Michael Irvin laughs, you must be funny. Michael Irvin doesn't know anything.
Chris, you could judge whatever you want. And Michael Irvin could judge whatever you want. I don't give a fuck about it either way. I'm just saying one's right and one.
Well, hold on. You brought up Michael Irvin 4 times and he thought it was funny. Well, why should Michael Irvin be able to judge it? I can't. That doesn't work. Michael Irvin's not a comedian. Well, why can't he's a football player. A retired one at that.
I'll tell you what.
He's got no credibility with comedy.
Chris, you gonna let me talk? Or
yes, go ahead. You got to answer the question, though.
Because, Chris, I met Michael Irvin, and quite frankly, he's funnier than you are. That's how it is. You're funny, and you don't.
Michael Irvin can't get a job in the media business. ESPN fired Michael Irvin. Nobody wants Michael Irvin on. You're making Michael Irvin's a big talent in the broadcasting field.
Why the fuck was he on?
Because he's a Hall of Fame wide receiver, Artie. You think he's on because he's funny?
And I'm on Joe Buck Live because I'm on a Hall of Fame radio show. How'd that sound, motherfucker?
Well, that's different, Artie. We're not talking about forget Stern. We're talking about your appearance as far as humor is concerned and about language and about all those things. How about going on, Buck, last night and use better language and not make everybody cringe in America?
And being boring and nobody cares. Would you be talking to me right now if I went on and talked like Carol Burnett for fucking an hour or some other fucking jerk off you think is funny like Bob Hope? You're talking to me right now because of what I did.
Is Bob Uecker funny?
Is Bob Uecker funny?
Yeah, Bob Uecker funny?
I think Bob Uecker's hilarious.
Okay, does Bob Uecker use bad language?
Off the air?
No. In his jokes, does he use bad language, Artie? The answer is no.
What the hell is he talking about?
Chris, you're caught up in the 1940s, brother. I'm a Richard Pryor fan. I'm a George Carlin fan. I love Sam Kinison. I love guys who were on the edge. You don't. It's a difference. Howard Stern. And don't bullshit me, man. I used to listen to you and Mike and Mad Dog, and you guys would always talk when you were kissing Imus's fucking old ass. You would go, oh, Howard works blue. I don't work blue. I grew up listening to Howard, man. I work blue. And Joe Buck knew that, and he got it, and the fans fucking loved it. And today, people are talking about his show because of it.
The one thing I don't understand, maybe you know this and clear it up, Artie. When did Billy Crystal comment on Artie's appearance?
I don't know.
Never.
Russo seems to be aware of something no one else. Maybe they had a personal conversation.
Are they close, Billy Crystal and Mad Dog?
I have no idea.
Howard.
That is so funny.
Howard, listen.
I got more, by the way.
I know, but listen, I am a fan of Russo because he's real. He's really a geek. I mentioned Norm Macdonald to him, and he said, the guy on Cheers, Norm.
No.
You know what I mean? So he doesn't know anything about
outside of sports
or modern day stuff.
It wasn't his cup of tea.
Right, exactly. But he was yelling at me too, Howard. I mean, I was yelling back.
Michael Irvin thought it was funny.
He did.
That was funny. Chris is a funny guy.
He is funny.
When he starts yelling, he's just funny.
I love when two guys argue over whether they were funny or not. It's the best. I mean, I've gotten caught up in that crap.
Was the best. He's a football player.
Yeah.
Well, listen, I mean, exactly. Well, whoever's in the audience, when you're a comic, you're just happy anyone's laughing, man, you know.
It seems like you're getting caught up lately in a lot of fights with people, a lot of agitation. I'm worried about you, honestly.
Honestly, Howard,
Yeah.
I'm fine.
Are
I
you?
really am. But people are fucking with me.
But I don't know. You think everyone's fucking with you.
No, I'm fine, Howard.
You are?
And I'm in therapy, and it's starting
It's working?
to work.
It's working?
Did
Howard,
you talk to your therapist about this?
I have a shrink session today. And
Good.
Oh, good.
How long?
I love the guy. He's finally back from his honeymoon.
How many hours is the session today?
It's going to be about an hour and a half because
Hour and
I have
a
a
half.
book signing tonight, so I have to calm down.
Right.
But I have so much anger in me. I do.
boy,
I have anger
You
in me,
really do.
and I'm working on it.
Okay.
I
What
am.
is it, Fred?
I have a couple of thoughts. Book a triple session, number one.
You got it, Fred.
And number two, I heard that exchange yesterday, and in my opinion, Russo has no credibility whatsoever to judge who's funny and who is not.
No, you're missing the point.
But it's his opinion on
He is
comedy.
commenting on what he thought was funny.
But the difference in the argument, too, is he's commenting directly on what Artie does for a living as opposed to what's funny, and Artie's not commenting on what he does. What if Artie would have come out?
He does. Artie says
I don't say he does a
Artie
bad
says
job.
he's a fan.
I don't say he does, but what if he called in and says, I don't think you're doing a particularly
He says
good show
he
today.
likes Artie. He's a fan, but he didn't think this performance was his best.
I think that's a nice little cop-out when people want to say something shitty about you. They preamble it with,
I agree.
You know, I'm a fan, but... He sounds like that guy, Mark Krisky.
Look,
Howard, I
he
was
gave his
on...
opinion.
Right.
Quite frankly, who cares what Mad Dog's opinion
I agree with
is?
it, but
Artie did his thing.
I just want to
and,
say one thing. Also, his opinion is colored because his favorite comedian is Carol O'Connor.
Yeah.
And that's not even a joke.
Well, I mean, you know, Carol O'Connor is a great
And
actor,
second
but
point-
exactly, he doesn't know what he's talking
And the
about.
second point, I
Yeah.
listened long after Artie had his meltdown on the air, and he admitted, I believe he admitted he didn't even see it.
Oh, so then how could he comment?
You know what? That's the beauty of
He
Chris.
did not see the show.
Mad Dog didn't see the.
He did not
did he watch
see.
the performance on YouTube or something?
No,
he either
maybe not.
he either watched it on YouTube or he heard the tapes.
Or Billy Crystal called
He
him.
did
He heard
not see the show.
Billy
And
Crystal called him from the movie
and Chris,
set.
I'll apologize ahead of time, but I believe it was about maybe a half hour, an hour afterwards. You admitted you didn't see the show.
I just like that Billy Crystal is discussing this with Mad Dog.
It would have been nice if Billy Crystal could have said it in his own words.
Hey, Howard.
Yes.
First of all, before a Springsteen concert, I went on Mad Dog's show a couple weeks ago.
Right.
And what I did on the Joe Buck show compared to what I did on Chris Russo's show looked like Romper Room. I mean, and he hugged me afterwards and said, that was great. I loved it. I mean, what you know, I mean, this is satellite radio. I am a dirty comedian. I admit that. I'm not as smart as Jerry Seinfeld, I guess. I'm not as smart as...
But when you go on, let's say,
Paul
Letterman or Conan, you do not work dirty. You're able to do both.
I can do both,
That's
yeah.
right.
But on HBO, I figured, what the hell? Let it loose, man.
Right.
Why not?
All right, here's Artie versus Mad Dog round 2.
Oh, boy.
Artie, can we calm down with the language on that kind of show? Can we do that?
All right, listen, it's HBO, Chris. I will never listen to you with comedy advice, okay, buddy? You pick up my DVD, I curse like crazy. It's rated NC-17.
But I know when I buy your video. Artie, I know when I buy.
I'm not going to your fucking kid's 8th birthday party.
Well, what am I supposed to do? Turn off HBO? I know if I buy your video, I know what I'm getting. I know when I sit there and buy your book, I know what I'm getting.
It's HBO. Artie Lange on HBO. What do you think? You're going to hear me through a psalm from the Bible? You got to be. Are you that stupid?
You can't calm down. Artie, you can't calm down. Artie, you can't calm down a little bit?
You can't calm down a little bit right now either?
I'm fine. You can't calm down a little bit, Artie?
You're not fine. You're not fine. You know what, Chris? No, I like to go over the line. I like to shock. I like to be funny. I like creating uncomfortable shit, and I love conversations like this. This sells books, man. I'm a businessman, too. My book went through the roof. I'm #1 on the Google Trends today. I don't give a shit about shit that much, except I want to be funny in my own way. I'm not censoring myself for anybody. This is like Lenny Bruce shit, man. Lenny Bruce got arrested, so I'm allowed to curse on HBO, and I'm going to fucking honor that. Howard Stern went through hell to be able to get me to... Howard Stern got FCC fines. Howard Stern's the reason you're allowed to talk like this on the radio right now, and I'm going to honor that.
I'm not using bad language, Artie. Artie, listen, I love Howard. I don't use bad language during a talk show.
You love Howard. There was different shit going on a few years ago with you and your fat fucking...
Oh, we got to leave Mike alone, Artie. Please, that's not fair. Don't get on Mike. It's not his fault.
Mike's fat ass is giving me shit. I saw Mike once at a Knick game. I couldn't believe they didn't sell him 3 seats. His ass was so fucking...
Oh, Artie, come on. Don't pick on Mike. What did Mike do? Mike didn't do anything to you.
I'm not picking on Mike, but he's picking on me, so I'm hitting...
Well, when is he picking on Artie?
Chris, let me tell you something. I'm from the streets. You hit me, I'm hitting you back.
When did Mike pick... In 20 years that I was with Mike, he never mentioned you once. When did Mike pick on you?
I got a bunch of phone calls saying Francesca's stressing you, so guess what?
Did you... Artie, did you hear it yourself, or are you going by what your friend told you?
Oh, right. I'm sure my friend would call me up.
Well, I mean, people like to cause... Artie, people like to cause dissension. Yes, friends will call up. Yes, friends will say... People say things to get a reaction. That's what people do.
Chris, don't teach me about radio. I know people make shit up, but there's no way. I guarantee you Francesca gave me shit, just like you're giving me shit.
Not in 20... Artie.
I don't give a fuck about Francesca. I give a fuck about you, so I'm calling in. That's it. I mean, I don't have proof, but you know what? Whether I have proof or not, Francesca...
Listen, here's what I'd say.
Listen, one thing. Whether I have proof or not, Francesca still has a big fat ass.
No, I mean, listen, a little heavy. I'll buy that, but 19 years, and I worked with Mike for 19 years. He never said a word about it. He never.
I know. That's not what I'm talking about.
Well, the last 8 months, if he said something, I don't know that.
He didn't say a word about me because I'm not famous enough. But today I made news in his fucking world, so he said something. So I'm saying
I said something. So now you didn't tell me that. You said something today? You said something?
Yeah, I just tried to, but you keep screaming like a crazy person, like Bruce just started playing Prove It All Night. I mean, shut the fuck up and listen. Francesca trashed me today, so I'm trashing him back.
Oh, I didn't realize. Well, you didn't say. I didn't hear you say. Nobody heard you say today. I thought you meant over the years.
Because you're screaming too loud like a fucking broad. Calm down.
So then Artie was done and then called Bad Dog back to apologize to Francesca.
First of all, I don't know what happened because 40 people told me Francesca trashed me, and then a caller called up and said that he didn't. So no, I don't know what happened exactly.
So here's Artie apologizing.
Calling back with an apology.
By the way, Howard,
Yeah.
that was the most ridiculous conversation I've ever heard.
Crazy.
It was
Artie, go ahead.
Chris, I'm sorry. Listen, the guy who just called up and said Francesca actually thought I made the show good. Now I feel bad because I made the mistake of listening to a friend. I apologize to Francesca. I don't know the guy, but I'll tell you what, he's right. It was a bore fest. It was a snooze fest. And maybe I thought I had to hit a home run instead of a double to right. So maybe I turned it up a notch. And again, this is where people are wrong. I didn't call Buck a cocksucker. That's not what I did. I would never do that. I made a joke about a website. I would never call him a cocksucker, all right? It's a difference of opinion. I'm sorry to Francesca, but Francesca's right, Chris. It was a bore fest until I started talking. And I'll tell you what, I don't think I'm Richard Pryor. I know I'm not that good, but I do what I do, and I'm trying to make a living. I went on there and I did it, and a lot of people who I respect, including Howard and Howard's honest, man. If Howard thought I sucked, he would say I sucked.
Howard didn't even see it, right?
Howard saw it and listened to it, of course.
He saw it live, or did he see it after the show was on?
No, he saw it afterwards. But he watched it. He watched the whole thing. And look at it. Chris, look at it. Buck is laughing when I'm doing his father. They cut to the audience. They're not laughing in a fake way. Michael Irvin's now. Both of the kids next to me are laughing, Chris. I know you don't like it, but look, we have a difference in opinion. I apologize to Mike. I did what I had to do. I'm trying to make a living here, brother. I'm trying to avoid becoming a longshoreman again. And I tell you what, I'll keep doing it if it sells books, but not just because of that, because it's true to whatever. You want to call me an artist? I don't think I am, but I'm true to this the way Richard Pryor was true to his honest comedy. I will always do this, and I'll always listen to you, Russo. I won't bother you again. I love you. I'm going to keep listening.
Right.
Thanks for taking my call.
Artie feels bad now.
Artie was feeling bad, and is it true Mike Francesco really had to buy 3 seats at the stadium?
Well, it's expensive, too.
Right.
$2,000 to see.
Well, there you go. I mean, you must be a little bit worn out, huh?
I am, Howard.
You're yelling and screaming and carrying
I
on.
feel a fraction of what it must be like to be you when you get a lightning rod of stuff. Like
Well,
it's like but the New York Times called me. I mean, there's a war on.
You're like Crazy Alice. You're yelling and screaming on all these radio shows.
Well, I mean, again, I would never.
Has he become Crazy Artie?
Crazy Artie.
Shut the fuck up, crazy motherfucker! Fuck you, motherfucker! Chris Russo, fucking cocksucker! Chris, you ain't no Italian. You ain't no Italian. Fuck you, half Fred.
Dick, don't you?
You suck dick, don't you?
I'm leaving that cocksucker.
Listen, Howard, I wouldn't have
This is
called.
what,
I wouldn't have called if Tim asked me to call.
What I thought was really wild was that HBO now, on their website, bleeped the entire thing. Like
They have bleeps in it?
They're uptight about the language that was used.
I guess their sports area is where they don't curse.
I guess. I don't know.
Well,
I think they want to be, they're a little schizophrenic, as you said. They want to be a bunch of different things, HBO Sports and HBO Regular, and, they're the dirty channel.
Here's the crazy thing, Howard, and I've said this before on the air. I am such a fan of HBO Sports. Their documentaries, Thrill in Manila, like they are. Liev Schreiber does all of the narration. They did a thing about the Oakland A's and the Raiders in the '70s. It's one of my favorite things ever. I own it. I love HBO Sports. I love Bob Costas.
They don't love you.
But they don't love me. So there's a lot of people I love who don't love me, by the way.
Right.
But anyway, let me just say, and I told this to the New York Times last night. Here's exactly what Ross Greenberg said to me, okay? And I'll tell you what Joe Buck said to me, too. And there's witnesses to this. He said it in front of a few people. And he's not going to like this, and I don't agree with this, but this is what he said. He said, look, Art, with a big smile on his face. Ross Greenberg.
Okay.
With a big smile on his face, he comes up to me and he goes, listen, man, if these two guys get boring, you go in there and put in some energy, and you're the cleanup guy,
Right.
And he said, if these two guys get boring,
Right.
And Paul Rudd, who is a talented guy, and
Greenberg claims that what he meant by
I didn't say go nuts.
Right.
I said go nuts. That was right. He didn't say go nuts. He said
Give
if
it
these
some
two guys
energy.
give him some energy. Now, Joe Buck in the green room in front of a bunch of people said to me, listen, give it to me, man. Let me have it.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. He said, let me have it, man. That's what this is
Like
about.
roast him, kind of.
Yeah, well, no, he just said, let me have it. I don't know what I mean. And so if you say that to me on HBO, what does he think's going to happen?
I don't know.
I guess you're right. The first thing was a little strong, but then I made. I told a touching story about how much I love this
All
father.
right. Well, listen, you.
Everybody forgot that, Artie.
I know.
That's right, Art. I was reading a guy named Tommy Craig's column in I think this is from Miami, but I don't know. I don't know where he writes a column, and he said that he thought that Joe Buck's phony outrage over Joe Buck's show is ridiculous, that having Artie on
He invited Artie.
He invited Artie. Artie was wild, and that's what they could have expected. And Joe Buck now distancing himself from his own show is sort of a wild thing in itself, that this is your show, and you kind of wanted this, and now you're conveniently saying you didn't want it. HBO took Artie's appearance off of YouTube, and they had it removed.
YouTube?
Yeah, off of YouTube because they had it removed. I didn't hear the rest of these, though. There's a couple other shows, I guess, that commented on Artie. This is the Dan Patrick radio show from here at Sirius, I guess.
Well, I guess that, Gary's happy because they stopped talking about the pitch.
Yeah.
Well, at least I did something manly. No, I was offensive.
Before we dive into Brett Favre's appearance last night on the Joe Buck show, the Joe Buck / Artie Lange show on HBO.
It's a good show, the Favre, and then the nice piece on David Wright, and then that great segment with Paul Rudd, who's hysterical, and Artie Lange, and some guy.
Paul Rudd wasn't hysterical.
Well, he only had 2 words.
Paul Rudd was there?
Yeah, I think he said, hi, Joe, and that was it.
It was a hijacking last night.
Yes, it was.
Brutal.
Yes, it was.
Brutal but transfixing TV.
I was not turning the channel. There's no doubt about that, but I've never felt more uncomfortable or sorry for a host in my entire life. Oh.
But what do you expect with Artie Lange? This is a comedian with Howard Stern, and Artie's off heroin, and if you listen to the show, Artie never shuts up anymore. He's got 1,000 things to say, and I think he probably got on and said, hey, you know what? This is kind of boring here. Let me liven this up.
Exactly.
He pulled a Howard, like when Howard did that to Arsenio Hall, and he's done it to other places, but they went to him, and the first thing he said to Joe Buck, I can't even come close to repeating on the air, but poor Joe looked like, I don't even know how to explain it. I mean, he was shell-shocked.
Yeah, I think that and probably had his family there. That's a big thing. It's his first show. It's HBO. He wants to get into the entertainment field. And I can host one of these shows. And
some producer in the back room in the early planning was like, you know what? Why don't we go a little crazy? Let's get a guy a little risque. How about Artie Lange?
That Artie Lange, I hear it. All the kids like him.
Yeah, it'll be great.
He's edgy. Yeah, that'll be good. But I think what he made the mistake of maybe waking Artie up a little bit. And he started to give him a little bit of grief. As a host, you got to be careful if you're going to pick your battles with a comedian, a stand-up comedian who's just going to fire back. I mean, Artie's used to doing this every single day of his life. And I think that's where Joe found out, especially the websites that Joe apparently goes.
Joe's 10 and 15-year-old sons, by the way, were in the audience.
Oh, dear.
Yeah.
I wasn't told that.
Oh, dear.
Why would that have mattered?
Well, you know what?
You know
Maybe.
what? They're a little less innocent today.
Artie Lange, you would have thought that he went on kicking and screaming, like he didn't want to go on the show. That's the feeling I got. It's like, I don't want to be here. and I'm just going to start taking shots. I'm bored. I'm going to start taking shots.
And the funniest part was he just says some really off-color stuff for about 2 minutes, and he goes, but, Joe, I love your father. He's a great broadcaster, one of the best, old-school guy, didn't take any BS, and starts complimenting his father, but still throwing in swear words as he's complimenting him.
I thought it was Joey Buttafuoco when I first tuned in. I did. I saw Artie. I went, is that? It's Artie. I thought it was Joey Buttafuoco there.
Hey, Marie, you're on the air in El Paso.
Hi, Howard.
Hi.
I love you.
Love you.
I just wanted to say, Artie, because I was a big Jackie fan, and so Artie's kind of humor, it's always been something that I don't really get or I don't really understand, but it's always kind of been like he's not really himself, and I think it was the drugs. And I've been in rehab. I've just been out of rehab for like a month. And I know exactly what he's going through because, like, I'm now myself, like being a bitch and, like, shouting at people. And you know what I mean? You're being yourself, Artie. And that's what I really, really appreciate about your humor now, is that you're being honest. And that's what makes it really funny.
Okay.
No,
I guess
she likes you.
That was a weird turn, but thank you, sweetie.
She back into it.
I wonder how many times HBO will rerun this disgraceful episode.
I don't know. It sounds like they're bleeping it, but it is on their website. It's still there.
I know it's bleeped somewhere. Some people write me letters now about this whole thing,
and can I say something?
I'm trying
else?
to understand it, and I think somewhere it's bleeped, and YouTube took it off. That's what I know.
I don't know why YouTube would take it off, but
they don't take anything off.
HBO had it removed from YouTube somehow.
They don't want people seeing the unbleeped version.
Yeah.
One other thing about my intent, I was excited to be invited to that. That's a big deal for me. And a live HBO. It is for an HBO. I mean, I got a book out. It's an HBO show. Brett Favre and Michael Irvin are Hall of Fame guys. Favre will be. And, I didn't go there to do anything but try to make the show good and be funny. Joe Buck was very nice to me. He's a big fan of this show, and I didn't go on and try to hijack anything.
What was it like after you, when you were leaving? Did he shake your hand?
He shook my hand and said, "Great job, man. That was great." And
you weren't ushered out by cops or anything like that.
I mean, look, every one of the crew guys hugged me and said that was the greatest thing ever. I mean,
Joe Buck himself. What did Greenberg do?
I didn't see Greenberg on the way out. I mean, I had to get up in the morning, so I left.
Right.
I mean, I didn't know I had to stay an extra half hour for the internet thing. I mean, I had to get up in the morning, but I stayed. And again, I would never say this except to defend myself. But if you got Paul Rudd and Jason on the phone, the two guys.
They thought it was funny.
Who were with me?
Yes.
Paul looked at me and said, "Do you realize how amazing what you just did was?"
Well, maybe we'll try to get this going. We'll try to call Paul Rudd.
I believe Artie. I don't think I need to call Paul Rudd.
You don't?
I believe.
I would like to hear everybody's take on this.
You need to hear it all. Marianne, why don't we have everyone in the world call it? Marianne from Brooklyn, you're on the air.
Artie, don't you have anything better to do than call a lame radio show?
What do you mean? He's promoting a book.
He's calling Mike and all these shows.
No, he called Mad Dog because
Mad Dog to promote his book?
Tim asked him to do it.
Oh, but Howard, can I ask you something? Do you think that Artie using your name like Howard said it throughout this whole thing, are you upset about that, or it doesn't really matter to you?
No, Artie works with me, and he's quoting things that I said. I said I thought it was funny.
No, I'm talking about on the shows, like he says, Artie's my boss, and Howard's my boss, and I'm only going to listen to Howard, and I only listen to the great Howard. That's what he keeps saying, almost like you're his father figure, and he's got to put it out there like you have to protect him.
No, I think it's a way of him saying that he works with me and respects my opinion.
Well, that's nice. I have to say one more thing. It's not such a big deal, Artie. Life goes on, you know what? And you should just, chill out because you're trying to be in, rehab and stuff. So everybody does have a life, so we should all move on. Love you, Howard.
All right, Marianne.
I am chill. I'm very calm. This.
I read a lot in the internet and stuff, and it seems like that man you're talking about, he said that he really wanted to kick you off, but because he promoted it so much, he wasn't going to do that, and that you were supposed to give energy and not that kind of raunchy, crazy behavior, because I think the reason...
All right, very interesting. David, go ahead. You're on in Toronto.
I just want to tell Artie, he's like a road that's been paved twice. Retard. You are less Italian than you are funny. I think you should concentrate on that. And the title of your new book, if you understand Italian, should be Chabot. It means fat little fuck.
Well, not an Artie fan.
I don't understand what he
said. Sounds more like I think this is Mr. Greenberg on the phone.
He did a great joke. You hear him? A paved road, retard.
Retard.
Yeah,
right.
no, I just,
that was a good one. That's funny, man. Can I use that one?
Howard's my boss.
Yeah,
you
right.
can use that one.
Thanks, buddy.
You can use that one, and maybe you'll get a laugh.
Right. I never get laughs.
People laugh because
I never get laughs.
Doesn't mean you're funny.
Oh, okay. What would mean you're funny? People not laughing?
No, it would mean people laughing because you said something that was actually humorous, not belligerent.
Oh,
people
okay.
laugh out of.
Yeah,
being
that's
uncomfortable
a lot of your detractors are saying you've become very angry and belligerent.
Oh, okay.
That you used to be sweet Artie, and now you're vicious Artie.
Okay, well,
I thought that the Joe Buck thing was entertaining. Now, I don't know. I don't even believe everyone's carrying on like this.
I can't believe it
was
either.
Very
Yeah.
controversial. We had no idea that they would be debating this all over everybody's ear.
Listen, if I was on there with Barack Obama, I would not have said what I said.
You
Okay.
said it was a setting where you felt comfortable enough to do your thing.
Exactly.
All right.
I'm
Well,
sorry, guys.
Now, were you excited by all this, or were you upset by it? What happened yesterday in your life? Were you turned on by all of the attention, or were you turned off to this?
I have to admit, Howard, I was turned on by it.
You liked it. You
Yeah.
liked all the attention.
It's exciting. I mean,
Did Team Lang come together and say this was a good thing?
I haven't met Team Lang.
Did you discuss this with your agent? Did you discuss it?
They
with
all
your...
think it's great.
They
Yeah,
like
that's
it.
what I was talking about.
Because
That's Team Lang.
the book apparently
doing well.
Went through the roof.
So that's what you want.
Yeah. The
So
book,
you got what you needed.
Well, I mean, it's publicity,
Right.
And
so you weren't having any sort of second thoughts about it, doubts?
No.
You feel good about your appearance there, and
Howard, listen, all I can go by is I've done a lot of talk shows, okay?
Right.
And I've done 1,000 of these shows and whatever, and I've done a lot of things in front of an audience. I thought it was great.
Right. So that's all you have to worry about.
And
Why
I've been
defend
on
yourself?
and I've been on before, and I've thought I've been bad too.
Why? Why defend yourself? That's what you've got to do in therapy. You got to say,
Right.
"Listen,
Well-
I thought it was great. That's what I did. I stand by it."
Well,
that's it.
People are.
Don't get affected by everyone's opinion.
I'm not affected by it.
Good.
Really, I'm sort of just sitting here, and people are coming to me. People called me. Tim called me and asked me to call Russo.
Let me ask you
I look, and everyone gets into this business because you want attention, and of course I was turned on by it.
I was glad to hear you say you were a narcissist. I think your numbers would be higher this week than mine.
I'm a
I think
narcissist. Absolutely.
he might be higher than you.
Yeah, you might be a little above a 34.
Right.
Robin, look, anyone who gets into comedy, think about what a comedian says to the rest of the world. Look, guys, I don't only think I'm interesting and funny. I think people will pay to fucking hear me. I mean, of course I'm a narcissist.
But I was going to ask you something. You would never go to your therapist to evaluate a performance, would you?
No, I wouldn't. But I might go to my therapist to understand why I'd care so much. Right.
I see. Okay.
Right. In other words, when I go into therapy, I have had issues where I care what everyone thinks. Mm-hmm. And we get into that. Why care about...
that's a different issue. I thought you were saying maybe you should talk to your therapist about, whether this was funny or not. And that's not what you're going to do.
No, I think Artie needs to deal in therapy with a lot of issues. This isn't one of them.
Right. What would he be talking about in relation to this, though?
His anger, he is lashing out at anyone who criticizes him, which is understandable. Mm-hmm. But the anger is so off the wall.
Crazy.
Well, you know what?
It's crazy that it's making his life like
a little bit unlivable.
And I would guess, if I may play shrink here, that all of this excitement, all of this fighting with everyone, all of this turmoil is keeping Artie from really getting to the things that bother him.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well,
He's keeping himself busy.
You're 100% correct.
Right.
Something about that, though. I remember going through an anger phase.
Yes, I remember that
in
phase.
the few months that I did therapy.
Yeah.
And then cured yourself.
Before I quit.
Right. Before you declared you were cured. Yes.
And that's one thing that happens. A lot of your unexpressed anger just rises to the surface, and it is a little bit uncontrollable at the beginning.
Oh, it's horrible. And what is that famous quote by Richard Nixon, like, your enemies only win if you get mad, because then you destroy yourself. You know? And, look, Howard's right. I have anger in me that's tremendous, and it's about a bunch of things. And thank God I found a therapist that I like. Like, I really like. I call him on the phone when I can't see him, if I'm on the road. So I'm working on it, man.
I believe that you need to be in therapy 5 days a week for now.
Okay.
No, I'm not making a joke.
I don't understand. Is it structured therapy? What are we talking about?
It's a psychotherapy, I believe, that Artie is involved with.
It's intense.
And it's...
But is it structured? Like, we see each other on this day at this
It's
hour?
twice a week based on his schedule and mine.
Based on
based on
you don't have a set appointment?
In the beginning of the week, he'll say, I have this day and this day, and I'll say, okay, let's do it that way.
What about locking into 3 or 4 times a week at a set time?
I'll bring that up to him today.
Yeah.
Okay.
That would be the move because
I think you could, get through this a lot easier, maybe dispel a lot of that anger
I think he's
in therapy.
I think I'll get through a lot of money, too.
Well, that, too. We can run through that.
No, you're right. No, listen,
getting better does cost money.
If I could tell you,
investment in you,
if I could tell you what I spent on heroin, it
pales in comparison.
Way less.
What'd you spend a week on heroin? Would you say? I mean, there's no exact number, I'm sure.
A week?
When you really were at your worst.
At my worst? Yeah. Well, I read once that that Yoko Ono and John Lennon in the 70s were spending $5,000 a week on heroin. In the 70s.
That was the 70s.
Yeah, and I think, but you see, here's the thing. I was having it delivered because I was afraid to be seen going.
So there's a surcharge?
Well, absolutely.
It's like McDonald's. If they could deliver it to your house, they have to charge you something.
And these
Pizza
were
Hut,
these were guys that I would overpay because I was afraid. I don't want them mad at all. You know. And I'll give you the most I ever spent in 1 week.
Go ahead.
Probably. You know what? I don't want to say it. I don't want to say it, not because there's a bunch of issues here.
Oh.
By the way, I mean, how often do you have to have it delivered?
About twice a day. No,
Is that true?
No. A couple times a week.
Right.
Yeah.
How long does the delivery person hang out? Do they just deliver and then leave? Like
you don't have to hang with them.
Hang out with them?
Sometimes it gets uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Sometimes they use bad language. Sometimes Ross Greenberg will say, look, you're Artie's heroin dealer. If it gets boring, try to mix it up a little bit. And they completely misread him.
Does the delivery person ever, once in a while, hand you the bag and then, pull it away real quick and, just fuck with you?
No, they don't want to. They want the money, so,
They don't want to tease you with it?
That doesn't happen.
You're not in any mood to pull back the money, are you?
No, I'm not.
So when somebody, maybe let's put it this way, see if you can answer this. When somebody's habit is bad, what generally would they spend a week?
Well, here's the thing.
5,000 sounds incredible.
I never shot it.
Right.
I believe John and Yoko were shooting it. You go through it way quicker.
Right.
So, I would say even adjusting $5,000 a week now would be a shitload of money to pay for heroin because heroin's cheap.
Could you have spent $7,500 a week?
No.
No, not that much.
He's saying he didn't go that way.
No, he didn't go that way.
It's cheaper.
Well, it's like I never smoked cocaine either.
Right.
For some reason, I had these levels, and I was at parties where
there was times you were afraid to go that.
Yeah, because I would have
level.
lived in that bottle,
Right.
and I was at parties where I was handed a pipe,
Right.
I just said no to that somehow because I thought that was another level. And if you smoke coke, God, the money just goes because then you just get rid of it so quick.
Do you think you're insane?
On some level, sure.
You do.
I mean,
qualified. Are you insane?
Do you think you're insane?
No, I don't think I'm insane.
In other words, do you think you have a death wish?
Oh.
Which would be insanity.
I think, yes, I know that.
Right.
I think at one time I might have, but not anymore.
All right, good. All right, well, that's good to hear.
Well, listen, Howard, I tried to
you,
commit
Howard.
suicide. Howard.
Right. So are you insane?
No, I think I was at one point, but I'm not.
Now you're
but listen, I'm not trying to be wah here, but the pain that I went through, the darkness of seeing my father the way he was,
right,
was so traumatizing to me. And my father asked me to kill him once a week.
Right.
And he was my best friend, and we did everything together. And when we played catch, my hand would hurt from how hard he threw the ball. And the last 4 years of his life, I had to wipe his nose. And you know, it just it really was something I couldn't get out of my head, and I never went to therapy for it. And my mother always looked tired. You know, she would set her while working.
Let me ask you a question.
Okay, go ahead. I mean, I'm just trying to answer
Your father. No, I hear you. Your father exhibited a lot of bad behavior.
Yes.
You described a story that I thought was almost too outrageous to believe that he would, install, phony cable.
But never did drugs or drank or anything, which is weird. And he never gambled. It was weird.
Do you think a lot of your outrageous behavior is an attempt to be like your dad?
Absolutely.
It is.
1,000.
Because you admire him so much that all of his negative behaviors you think are good.
You could not be more correct. My father would tell me stories about how he used to fool around in school and get in trouble. And that absolutely made me want to do that.
So you think?
Wait a minute.
So you think that being a real man is behaving outrageously or
Probably
badly?
Well, no, not bad. But you see, because in a lot of ways, I'm a good man, Howard.
I'm not accusing you of being a bad man. You're a good-hearted guy.
Yeah, but
you think outrageous and bad behavior
is manly.
Is manly.
Sure, in a way there is. But I'm older now. I used to think that. I realize now, of course. I mean, listen, the stuff I do on an HBO show.
Forget HBO.
Right, okay.
I'm not talking about HBO. I'm talking about
You're talking about his life.
I'm talking about your life. I'm talking about doing outrageous things. Stuff that you don't even talk about.
I think I'm mature enough now to realize that that's wrong. But for a long time, I thought that was what a man was. Absolutely.
Let me ask you something, though, because we were on the conversation about insanity.
Right.
And insanity is not regulatable.
That's right.
Okay, you can't control. That's what insanity is.
That's why I asked the question, because insanity means you're insane. It means, in other words,
it means you don't have a choice.
The only way that you can recover from it, if you want to call it a recovery, is to be medicated.
Right, you have to be controlled outside of yourself.
Absolutely.
So
you can't say, today I'm not insane.
Right. So
you are. If you're insane, that's it.
There's no cure. I was insane yesterday.
No, there isn't.
That temporary insanity defense, what do you think of that?
That's why I asked you if you think you're insane, because...
Well, do you think I'm insane?
I'm not sure. I'm thinking that something's going on where my recommendation, and I don't say this lightly, the reason I said you should be in therapy 4 or 5 days a week is to find out what's really going on with you. That you should know what's going on with you.
Right.
In other words, you're an older guy with the heroin and stuff. That's dangerous stuff. I mean, you're playing with fire.
I understand.
And I love you, and I don't want to see anything bad happen to you. I really mean that from the bottom of my heart.
I know you do, Howard.
So the thing is that if you are insane, let's assume you are, they can medicate you.
Right.
And if they medicate you, you'll have a good life. There are many people I know in my personal life who are, mentally ill. And people go shocked when you hear, mental illness. Oh, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, let me hit fuzzy
I don't
health.
want anything bad to happen to you. So if you are mentally ill, they should medicate you. If you're not, then you got to get to the bottom of this anger.
But let me ask you something.
Go ahead.
Let me ask you something.
Right. Because you tried to commit suicide, and that scares me.
But I tried to commit suicide because I had just done coke for 3 days, and I ran out of it. And
so you might not be insane.
I don't think I am.
But taking coke for 3 days is insane.
I know. But so everyone who does coke for 3 days, there's a lot of people who do that. I mean,
and they're not all insane.
I don't think I'm insane. I don't think I'm insane.
Artie, sometimes the drug taking is an attempt at self-medicating because
of course it
of
is.
Insanity.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, all right.
That could be behind the drug use,
but
too.
And that's
it could be. I'm not a
completely
doctor.
Understandable.
Yeah, I don't know.
I understand that.
Right.
But I'm not on any medication right now.
Right.
And for a couple of weeks on the show, I really was out of my mind, ruining interviews and shit.
Right.
And do you feel I've made an adjustment there?
No.
No?
No. You've made some adjustment, but not really.
Well, some adjustment.
Not really. No, I don't think so.
But some adjustment.
Some.
Right. So
I think you're having a hard time controlling yourself.
I'm going towards the.
Yeah. I think you're doing better. I just think that what I'm worried about.
That's on my own. So, and I'm going to keep and listen. I will keep trying to do that.
There's something going on though that concerns me. That in doing your own rehab, I think you're going through a tremendous difficulty right now. You came off heroin, which I applaud you, and I think is unbelievable. I mean, an amazing feat, because anyone who understands addiction That ain't easy.
Oh, no.
This is the hardest thing you're going through.
It's not just the drug.
And I don't think you even know inside of you how, forget the physical addiction,
right.
the psychological addiction. That emptiness now, that void that isn't filled, has to be filled some other way.
Well, it's the Charlie Parker quote. They can get it out of your blood, but they can't get it out of your brain.
Right. When you're
but
an
not only
addictive person.
that, whatever you were taking it for, you're now subject to having to control
right.
or
You're feeling
yeah.
things. Thoughts are creeping in that
Absolutely.
The heroin would dampen. In a way, you were medicating whatever it is that's bugging you, whether it is insanity, whether it's just the death of your father, whether it's the combination of everything that goes on in the pressures of your life. Whatever's going on now, you're starting to feel.
Right.
And I think...
That's a hell of a thing to have to go through on your own.
I know I have trouble negotiating my feelings. That's why I'm there 3 days a week. I can't imagine what it's like for you coming off heroin. That's why I'm saying...
Well, I am going. I'm going, and it's 2 days a week now, but I'll tell the guy I want more. I believe you, Howard.
I'm telling you, I think that I'm worried because, listen, you're a dear friend. But aside from working with you, forget the work. I'm talking about you're a good-hearted human being and a good man and a funny guy and a talented guy. And I think that this is a lot of pressure you're going through right now.
It is.
I recognize that.
Thank you.
But you got to get assistance. I mean, you got to find out what's going on inside of you because no one can do that on their own. Very few people, unless you're, so self-evolved that you can figure out what's going on.
And I'm not.
And I'm not either. So I'm not trying to set myself as an expert.
Yeah, and there are some people who it's just a drug thing, and they just get off the drugs, and they're fine. But if the drug was something to cover up something else.
Sure it was.
That's the hard part.
Yeah.
You see, let me tell you something. Well, this is why I enjoy therapy now, and it's working. Just this conversation makes me feel better.
Right.
It does,
because
and I appreciate it.
Right. Well,
because
people care about
because it's with people I respect.
Right.
Okay, and I respect this guy a lot.
Good.
And God, is he a wise soul?
But here's the other thing: you also tend to turn everybody into either they're the greatest or the
the
shittiest.
worst. All right.
He's a man.
I understand.
He's got expertise in this area.
Right.
He's going to sit with you. Some days you're going to hate him. Some days you're going to love him.
Right.
But he knows what he's doing. I know the guy's credentials.
Yes.
Yeah, I was involved with that.
I know the guy's address. He better know what he's doing.
Right. He better because there's a lot of money going on.
Yeah,
but as I said when you were first talking about it, it's a commitment you have to make to go through the rough patches and this lovely honeymoon.
Right, this is a honeymoon phase.
On here.
I went to my psychiatrist and I said, I can't fucking stand this anymore. I don't want to be here. I want to get out. And by the end of the session, I felt great. So it was like, you're always going to have those feelings you want to get away from therapy.
Right.
I just say, look, who the hell knows what's going on? You've had a volatile past, the horror of your father, as you point out, and who knows what else went on there. You might have blocked out a lot of shit that you don't even know really what went on.
Well, I mean, I can tell you for one thing, I was never abused in any way.
Oh, no. That does nothing.
I mean, I know. I'm just saying.
Me neither. I mean, look at us. Who's going to abuse us? No one's attracted to us.
Abuse comes in many colors.
Believe me, I wish someone would have abused
me. No, I'm just saying. I just
paid attention.
And anybody can formulate an opinion on what you just said. I just want to make sure I was not abused.
I'm not talking about abuse.
Right. I understand.
And
you're right.
If anything, my abuse was people ignored me because of the way
that
I
was
looked.
terrible for you.
Right. I wish someone would have touched me inappropriately.
I want to be abused.
So anyway, listen.
Right.
This is a topic for off the air, but the fact of the matter is...
So let's do it on.
Let's do it on. No. What I'm saying
so much better on.
No, I appreciate
even this episode with Joe Buck,
right?
While I believe it was, television for me, anything goes. I'm not uptight. But I have a feeling even this weighs on you more heavily than you even know. Mm-hmm. That this is a lot of attention all of a sudden.
It is.
And there's a lot of pressure in it. Even the way, like, you're trying to convince this sports guy
Russo.
that you were funny.
Mad Dog.
You're
convincing the Mad Dog.
You're caught
I'm turning into the Mad.
You're caught up in a lot here, and there's a lot going on top of which you're running around the country promoting this book, doing stand-up.
It's a crazy month
and you just got off heroin. So...
It's nuts.
I'm saying this whole schedule sounds crazy to me. Everything about this sounds crazy to me.
Right.
Is what I'm saying to you. And, there's got to be time also to just sit down, relax, get in touch with your thoughts.
You're right.
And really focus on yourself.
Yeah. I mean, I don't see that happening here. I see a lot of busyness to keep you busy to keep you off of the heroin.
Off of Artie.
Yeah. Keep you away from it. Keep you off Artie. Keep you off heroin. Keep you off whatever the fuck it is.
Right.
There's a lot of running around. There's a lot of energy going on here. And I'm just,
a lot of distractions is what they call it.
And I hope the psychiatrist will sit with you and try and sort of say, hey, Artie, slow down. Learn to say no to a few things.
Well, that's what he said. He goes, because I called him from L.A., and he's like, well, where are you going? Like, I told him my schedule.
Right.
And up until July 1st, it is crazy.
And even with this show, it's like not everything has to happen at once. Like I always say to Artie, this is a long haul. We have another year and a half. Let's slow it down. Let's just take it easy. There's a lot of panic and pressure here going on. And I worry about you. And I've said this to you off the air, and I'll say it to you on the air. You're a friend, a dear friend. You're a good-hearted man. And I hope the audience doesn't forget that because, a lot of people are saying they hear Artie's anger. They hear he's vicious right now. You're a good guy. You're a good-hearted soul. And I know that about you. But I'm hoping and praying that you do take some time for yourself. Sit down. Yeah, okay, so you don't go away and do stand-up for a week, and it's going to cost you money for not doing stand-up, but
who cares?
I'd rather you spend the money,
Right,
go to a shrink, and sit there and talk about yourself, even until you're sick of talking about yourself, till you break through, until you get to understand what's going on, and let him understand who you are.
Right.
Because if the theory is that you're insane, good, get medicated. That's easy. That they can fix. If it's not insanity that you're doing this to yourself.
Howard makes this all. Not everybody is capable of dealing with the medication either.
That's right.
It's not that easy.
No, what I'm saying is this is complicated. So what I'm saying is, I don't think Artie's insane.
I don't either.
But I'm saying is, go get
if I was insane, Howard, I don't think you'd keep me here. I mean,
you don't know that for sure, Artie. I've seen him hire insane people.
Yeah, but you know what? I'm sitting 2 feet from him every day.
They couldn't keep the job.
Insane people, listen.
Right.
I'm being dramatic for purposes on the air, but the fact of the matter is, we don't know what's going on inside of you, nor do you.
You know what? You're right.
I don't know what's going on inside of me.
That's what's scary.
I'm having somebody diagnose me and help me.
And you know what? And for years, I pushed that away, and now I'm embracing it.
All right, there you go.
And it's a lot of credit goes to you for that, man, and I appreciate it. You found the guy, and I love the guy.
Well, Artie, as important as all of this is.
Yeah, but the one thing I would like to say is, because I much like Artie, I am fascinated by people who are out of control, because he's always talking about, his hero, Keith Richards and John Belushi, and, every hero he has, Charlie Parker, they're all crazy. And, and they were literally insane.
That's right.
And I was watching that Hunter S. Thompson thing, or Thomas, whatever his name
Hunter
was.
S.
Thompson.
Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas.
Well, I wasn't watching that. I was watching a documentary
about him.
Yeah. And the man's brilliant, but he's in pain every day of his life, and he's taking these drugs to try to get out of his own head, and eventually, it took a long time, but he eventually killed himself. And it was like, that's what I worry about with Artie, is the darkness.
That's right.
That severe.
Well, that's why it has to be diagnosed.
Well,
and you can't get diagnosed in a day on something like that. So
Hunter S. Thompson, I believe, blew his head off at the age of 60 because that's the exact age Hemingway did. I think he said Hemingway blew his head off when he was 60, and that's what I'm going to do. Believe me, guys, I promise you, I'm not in that place. I'm not there.
All right.
I'm not
That's
there.
good.
I'm far from it, as a matter of fact. I might be annoying, but I'm happy.
By the way, as important as all of this is, there's something more important to discuss. Everybody is here for the Bang My Dad update.
By the way, I saw these people. This was so funny. I saw them on the street yesterday as I'm driving. The 2 daughters and the father, and he had a smile on his face.
Yeah, well, we'll find out what happened right after this. Let's take a break. Everybody calm down.
Wow, that was a rough hour, man.
Well, listen, you're the toast of the town. You're the man of the hour.
I don't even care about that shit. I mean, I appreciate the last 10 minutes here, but... I promise you, I'm doing better, and I'm working on everything really hard because I want to be alive forever now.
Yes.
And I got a second chance. The doctor told me I'm lucky to be healthy. I always thought I was going to die from health issues, and he said, no, if you can control your anger and stuff and not destroy yourself, you'll be around for a long time.
You might actually live.
And I want to live for a long time.
Well, that's good news.
All right.
Not to everybody on the Stern Fan Network, but I do want to live for a long time.
Right. The Stern Fan Network wants everyone dead.
It is weird that it's getting this much attention, though. I mean, Joe Buck, if he pretends to be upset about this, I really think it's It's stupid, but again, I don't want to show any anger.
There was one line in that whole thing, and it happened to be the very first line,
Right,
that maybe Artie would take back or change it, make it a little less...
I wouldn't take it back because it got a reaction. But Scott's right. It was strong. But if you take that line out, I don't think there's that much of a deal right now.
Yeah,
but I mean, look, I said the jizz line during the internet part.
Well, listen to that.
Maybe we're desensitized because where we work, but I tell you, we all fucking laughed.
And everyone in the crowd was laughing.
Yeah.
I mean, did you hear me bomb? I didn't bomb.
No.
You know, Ross Greenberg did not return our phone call.
Of course not. Ross Greenberg, I don't think is operating on a ton of brain power.
Hey, I'm Kathy Griffin. I'm here to visit Howard and the gang today. I'm promoting season 3, my Emmy-nominated show, My Life on the D-List, as well as my new special, which premieres tonight called Everybody Can Suck It, where I make fun of celebrities and things in my life and things in others' lives. And I'm here to talk to the gang. I haven't seen them in a while. So
it has been a little bit.
Yeah.
And he likes to mix it up with you and talk celebrities. Do you have some good stories or some insight to give him?
I think I do. Yeah, I have lots of good stories and insights, my own celebrity run-ins, as well as Paris Hilton's mugshot on the cover of the New York Post.
You've got to be loving that.
I love it. It's huge, and it's a beautiful color photo with full hair and makeup. And hair off to one side, which, Mel Gibson didn't think to do.
All right, Kathy, have fun with Howard today.
Thanks, I will.
Where's Kathy Griffin these days?
She's what?
What?
She's asking to come in because she's got to leave at 8:30.
Oh, tell her to just cooler jets. What's her problem? See Kathy Griffin's stand-up special, Everybody Can Suck It, tonight at 9 o'clock on Bravo, followed by the premiere of Kathy's show, My Life on the D-List, at 10 o'clock. I can't believe that show's still on the air, My Life on the D-List.
Yeah, this is, I think, the 3rd or 4th season.
Very successful. I thought it would only last one season, Kathy, and here you are in your 3rd season.
She can't even be calling herself D-List anymore. She has a successful show.
It's Emmy-nominated,
wow.
in fact. Hi.
Boy, you look good.
What's up?
Hi, everybody.
How's your eyes?
Hi. I met your doctor.
Yes.
Dr. Ronnie?
I'm going to be honest. She doesn't look professional. She's on her laptop.
Yeah.
She's on her laptop, and she kept asking me the date. You just click on that button. It gives you the date. She's
She doesn't know how
online.
to do that. She says she's on the computer all the time. She should know where to find the date.
But she's doing one-line emails, I noticed. Like, she's not writing long letters. It's a lot of one-line emails. How's that working out?
This is day 2.
She's detoxing. Have you ever detoxed? Do you ever go for these kind of wild diets like Robin does? She's drinking juice.
I can't
and
stick
tea.
to them.
No.
2 days, and then I'm excited to have one good BM, and I move on.
Well, Dr. Ronnie is now living with Robin for the next 2 weeks and shadowing her every move and preparing
Why
drinks.
do I think this is your idea? This sounds like something you would come up with to torture poor Robin, who does nothing but love you.
If I did this to Robin, she would sue me for torture. But she does it to herself.
That's right, I'd have a case.
Dr. Ronnie's writing a lot of one-sentence emails like, money's in the safe behind tennis ball art.
And Artie, I'm very upset about what is your sojourn that you're going on? What kind of journey is this?
It's a journey.
It's a journey.
Howard just rolled his eyes right
he
at
wants
me.
out. I ain't saying nothing. Do it. Artie's got to do what Artie's got to do. Do your thing.
What? So
am I here? Can I speak?
Yeah.
He's getting very confrontational in his sojourn.
He's angry with me. He says I'm not his brother.
Yeah,
I mean, it's
what?
about it. Yeah, it's just been horrible.
He's testy, and he needs to
they're very
take some
mean.
time at the ashram or something.
Yeah.
Why don't you give him the
Robin
support
is-
that he needs? And you're not being nurturing enough,
I'm the bad
Howard.
one. I'm the
You're
bad
the
one.
You're the good cop.
Robin
right?
is shoving
I was a
fruit
good
up
guy.
her ass, and I am going on a sabbatical.
like a holy man.
Yeah.
You think it's all Howard's fault? We're both in this condition.
Speaking of leaving shows,
I'm going to find God.
So you're being mentioned as the replacement for Rosie O'Donnell. Boy, you wouldn't give your left tit to be that.
Well, I'm actually doing it again today. This is my 3rd time
Have
this
you
week doing
done
it.
this? Oh, yeah.
Yes, I did it last week and the week before.
Now, Barbara Walters has said to you, look, this is an audition of sorts? Or
She hasn't said anything. I live in fear of Barbara. I'm terrified to be in her eye line.
Right.
And I'm terrified to say the wrong thing, perhaps about the Kissinger family, who she probably had dinner with last night.
That's right.
I am terrified of Barbara Walters.
But if you're on The View, they're going to hire you because you're so outspoken. If you get terrified, then it's going to you're not going to get the job.
See, that's the problem. Is I cannot censor myself.
I heard a rumor that you went to dinner the night that Rosie O'Donnell announced that she was leaving the show. The day of the fight.
I had the best dinner in New York.
Tell me, you are
myself,
really...
Rosie, and Cyndi Lauper went to dinner.
You're kidding.
What about
Cyndi
that?
Lauper.
Yes.
You and Rosie.
Yeah. I'm adjacent to the lesbian mafia.
Well,
I'm not in it.
What did you? Well, Cindy's not a lesbian.
No. But we're both lesbian friendly.
What? Tell me what you heard. Tell me.
I do. I have
you seem
a couple gay genes.
You're in the seems gay
I could
community.
be a hermaphrodite. I've never
I can
really had
believe
it
you
checked.
would do gay stuff. Sure, I would believe
why
that.
not?
Have you ever tried gay stuff?
I haven't.
But
I
you're
have
thinking
never
about
gotten out. Why not? You know, I don't really care anymore.
You know,
So
I feel
could-
bad for. I feel bad for Kathy's ex-husband. I feel like he got the short end of some sort of stick.
How is that possible?
Why do you say that?
I don't know. I like the guy. I grew to like the guy.
He
like
was
on
a
your
very
show.
nice guy. He was.
Is it completely over?
It is. It is.
Because I read on this season of the show you'll be trying to patch up the relationship.
No. No.
You're in season
Is it
2.
I'm sorry.
I heard you finally told Larry King.
Yes, I did.
Everything.
I told Larry King some stuff.
Why would you tell
can't
him and not
everything.
me?
You told us you would tell us.
No. Why would you do
Sounds
that?
like the guy used your
here's
ATM
why.
card once to play some cards, and you gave him a heave-ho.
If I once you mean for 2 years systematically, yes, that's
Is that
what
the
happened.
most embarrassing thing when your husband steals money from you?
Yes.
It's got to be. It makes
It's
it feel like
awful.
you were paying the guy to be your...
Exactly, and like he never really loved me, and the whole time I questioned the whole thing. I questioned the wedding day. I questioned every time he said I love you. I questioned
Oh,
the
that
whole thing.
sucks, because I like the guy.
He was very, very nice, and
Has
I
he
really
tried-
do wish him well. And
Has he tried to get back with you?
No.
He has
He
not.
really didn't. No. He sent me one email wanting to see the dogs, and that was about
Will you
it.
ever trust-
So he must have really been in love with me.
Will you ever trust another man again, or do you think that no man
not
can really
really.
love you?
I think here's what I'll never do. I'll never get married again.
Right.
Been
Are
there,
you
done
dating?
that. I am dating, and I love dating. I think dating gets a bad rap. And I don't like when women dread dating or think, oh, I'll do anything but date. I
Do you
enjoy
ever fuck
dating.
a guy on the first date?
Yes, of course.
You do.
Absolutely.
You'll put out.
Yes.
And you like that.
Yes, I do
And-
like it.
And you dated some.
And I also don't like that whole thing, like where women don't really want to have sex, and the guys have to like beg them, and the woman has a headache. That's
So you
not my
give it up
experience.
right away?
I give it up as soon as possible, and here's why. I am on the road about 150 nights a year. And I don't have time for the dance. I don't have time for the meet for coffee first and see if we like each other enough for lunch.
We're in the fast lane. Move.
I like to cut to the chase. ABC always be closing.
Your husband got about $72,000 off of you.
Yes.
And by your estimate. So
By
that's-
my estimate,
it's
yeah.
about a-
You got off pretty cheaply.
Okay, I don't understand that. And you know what Larry King says to me?
That's one
He
gig
says,
at the
"What's-"
Borgata.
Right, he says, what's that to you? I said, it's a lot of money.
No, but if it was taken without you knowing it.
Well, that's the thing. And it really, and truly, you can't trust a person who does that again because
right.
Well, don't forget,
over
Larry
like
King used to write bad checks to people, so he probably kind of identified.
That's got to be his wife's like shopping bill at Rodeo Drive for one afternoon.
And she deserves it,
But-
believe me. Could you fuck Larry King if like he was the last man on the planet?
No.
There's no way, right?
No,
There's
I don't
no way
think so.
you could spread your legs for that.
No, but I will tell you, I did a really interesting gig recently. I did the Larry King 50-year anniversary toast. And here's what it was. It was Bill Maher, me, Dr. Phil, who's a fucking tool, by the way. I can't stand that
Worst
asshole.
television show I ever saw.
And
by
he's
the
a
way.
fake doctor. He's
I-
not. He
forget
doesn't
Dr.
help anybody.
I'm not saying Dr. Phil's the worst show. That Larry King
Larry
tribute
King
was
tribute
the worst.
was bad?
Wasn't it awful?
Horrible.
I know. And they called me, and I was so honored. And Jane Fonda was there, who
Right.
I idolized, and it was such great company. And then when they said, "Well, it's just in the little room with the blue dots," and I said, "Well, there's no audience." Well, it's really sort of a toast. And then they said, first they said it was a roast, and then a toast.
It was the cheapest done show I'd ever seen. So
And Bill had
cheaply
to do.
done.
Bill Maher had to do his monologue to nobody.
I know.
He was looking at the camera, and then by the time I got out there, I'm sitting there looking at Dr. Phil, who's of course not laughing at my jokes because he hates me,
Right.
and Jane Fonda, who doesn't know who I am from Adam, and I'm trying to like do jokes. And it was a very bizarre
is a
setup.
rough room.
But let me tell you, the commercial breaks were awesome.
Why?
It all went down in the commercial breaks. Well, first of all, Larry was barely talking to the commercial breaks. And at one point, Suzanne Summers just went, "This is uncomfortable because no one's talking." And I loved her for that. And Larry kept saying, "Sean's got a migraine. I got to get home."
Oh, my
Sean has a migraine.
That's the wife?
Yes.
At his toast?
At his own I mean, you're there working your ass off.
Celine Dion phones in and sings like Titanic.
On
She
the
just phoned-
phone?
Yes.
On the phone?
Yes. And I'm
Jane
excited
Fonda
by
kissed
this.
Larry's ass like uncomfortably,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
I tried to watch some of it.
problem?
I don't
was
know. They go
actually
way back.
excited about the Larry King 50th, whatever.
Yeah, because it was a good group of people. Bon Jovi called in and sang live.
But it was an absolutely awfully produced show. It was an insulting.
I never watched it.
I tried to say, look, if you're going to do a roast, you have to do it like Comedy Central with the audience and the people in tuxedos,
You
and
need
somebody's
life.
got to host it and stuff. But I think CNN got scared that people were going to be too tough on Larry or he wouldn't like it. I'm not sure what. But it was really fun to be there, but the commercial breaks were more fun.
Go back to the Rosie O'Donnell story for 1 second.
Okay.
So you're there. Rosie O'Donnell blows up. She decides to leave The View.
Right.
She gets into a
and
big
she
fight.
knew that day, which I didn't know, because I was actually on a plane because I was co-hosting the next day. So I was on a plane. I didn't see the blow up. I only saw it on YouTube, which I found very infuriating to watch, because if you really watch the full 10 minutes, Rosie actually doesn't even talk for like the first 7. You know, it's really Joy sort of saying her list and stuff. And then they go at it. And so I got off the plane. I got calls from People Magazine and the Larry King Show and stuff commenting. And I'm thinking, I don't even know what happened. And then I had dinner with Rosie the next night. And she said she knew as soon as that show was done, she was like, I'm not going back. And I thought maybe she sort of ruminated about it later that night. And by the way, this is all on her blog, so I'm not revealing anything. And here's the other thing. She gives up everything on that blog.
Yeah.
So if the people want the comment about how she feels or this or that,
Why not
it's
just,
all on there.
I'm always shocked by that. Whenever they call me for comment, I comment all day on this show. You could listen in if you got a Sirius satellite and get all the comments you want. I'm not going to go comment on stuff. I'm going to comment here on stuff. That's my
Wait,
job.
are you shocked that she does the blog, or that people don't go on the blog and listen?
Well, that reporters just don't go on the blog and then write down what she says.
Trying to
Exactly.
get you on the phone.
Right. It seems
and
like
she
an
does the
easy
video
thing.
blog, and she writes her haikus, and she really answers every question you could imagine.
So was she yelling and screaming at dinner? Was she all upset? Did she start to talk to you about this at all?
We talked about it. I mean, she and Cindy were drinking mojitos, and I don't drink, so they were. Right. It really was sort of a classic girls' night out. It was
Why
very
don't you
fun.
drink? Do you have a problem?
No, I've never had a drink in my life. I don't care.
Oh, you got to try it. I was stupid like that for a long time, and then
you drink now?
Oh yes.
Oh yeah, you guys go to Vegas. And
I drink
get
almost
hammered.
every night now.
Every night. What's your drink of choice?
What do you mean you drink almost every night now?
Except for like when we have to work.
Did you know this?
I know he has a drink, but he's not supposed to drink during the week.
Can you drink on your new diet?
No.
Nothing?
Oh, she does nothing.
I drink what they give me to drink, but no alcohol.
Will there be a change in her behavior since she can't drink now?
Well.
Am I an alcoholic?
No.
She's not.
Are you going to have an edge? That's all I'm asking.
No, she believe me. After 3 days of not eating, she's gonna. I'm worried about her.
That's worse, actually. That makes me crankier than not having any kind of.
So what did you
stimulant.
learn at this dinner? I mean,
Okay, so we go to dinner, and well, here's what we did first. All right, so Rosie was extremely upset, and I said, "What do you want to do?" Because here's the thing: I didn't think she'd want to go out in public. I thought I was going to go to the house in Nyack, and it would be all about private.
Well, you love all this. You love hanging out with
Look at
celebrities.
where you're getting to go. The house in North.
I'm shocked
hold
that
on.
I would
Listen to
never
me.
have you to my house because I'd be afraid you'd talk
I
about
know
it.
I'm not invited. I know. Kimmel
Right.
says the same thing.
Yeah.
All right, I have an extremely small, tiny list of celebrities that will be my friend because most of them don't want to. The only celebs I hang out with are Rosie and Joan Rivers. That's it.
But does Rosie O'Donnell say to you, "Hey, Kathy, I'm taking you to my house. Don't
Keep your
fucking,
mouth shut.
Don't fuck me up here."
Yeah, we talk about what to say and what not to say, but she knows that I kind of know boundaries in a way, and so
In a way.
I know.
Unless
I
something
don't want
really cool happens.
So yeah, I went to her house last week, and
You
then
ever
we
see
went out
her
to
and
dinner.
Kelly make out and stuff and get affectionate with one another?
More cuddly, but I mean, not really making out. I mean, they have 4 kids running around.
Right.
They're busy with those kids.
Kelly's way hot, huh?
Kelly's super hot.
Yeah.
Yeah, very beautiful, beautiful face, great figure.
Did they ever do what? Did they ever bring other girls into the relationship?
I don't know.
I think they
I know
did.
I know that Kelly is more sexual than Rosie. So Rosie
Right.
said Kelly would have sex, once an hour if she could, and Rosie is not as sexual as Kelly.
I bet you they bring other girls into the bed.
Really?
I absolutely would
Maybe.
bet my life on
I bet
it.
you're wrong.
I bet you.
You think it's just a...
I think that Rosie had a wild streak.
Right.
And
No.
that she decided to settle down.
She
Those
certainly
two-
never intimated that they brought other people.
I
but,
feel they swing.
Okay, but there's a lot of kids running around. Can you really swing with 4 little kids?
Sure. Absolutely. When you got help. Absolutely. Does she have help at her house?
Of course.
Of course. So there you go. She's not sitting and watching kids.
Yeah, they have a kick-ass lesbian au pair.
Yeah, there you go.
She can do anything.
You don't
And
think
then-
they're doing her?
Maybe.
Yeah, of
I don't know.
course.
And there's
A
another
lesbian
lesbian
au
who
pair.
just sort of, you know how, I think every house needs a really good do-all lesbian. She's got one of those too where I don't really know what her job is, but as Rosie said, she can take a paperclip and make it into a chandelier. Like, you know how those lesbians they can caulk the tub and they can, build the kitchen.
What's the au pair look like? A young girl?
I don't, not like a young hot lipstick. No, not lipstick.
More like
Butch.
Rosie or more like Kelly?
Much more butch.
Oh.
Yeah. Very super short hair,
That's
but
not
like
hot.
wiry and muscular, like skinny but muscular.
I can't believe Rosie O'Donnell would have you to her house because I just...
Howard, that's a terrible thing to say.
No, just because of what you do. I mean, you tell everything.
Oh, I got to say this. So yesterday during the commercial break at The View, I asked Barbara if I could come to a dinner party because I had dinner with Dominic Dunn last week. Which is anybody impressed by that? Vanity Fair? No, you don't care.
Nah.
Nothing impressed. You know what? You're just jaded. Nothing.
I went to dinner with Barbara Walters.
You did not.
I had dinner with her.
I don't believe you.
That's the truth.
Tell me the name of the restaurant.
We were at, shit, I don't even remember.
See?
It was another person.
She only
And you know
goes
who else
to...
was at the table?
Who?
The former Princess of England.
Fergie.
It was me, Barbara
Duchess
Walters.
of York.
The Duchess of York, that one.
Oh, wait a minute.
Duchess of
Did
York.
you
It was
happen to
me,
be there and then you sat down?
No, we went to dinner together.
There was an invite? Like Barbara's people called your people?
No.
Was it Andy Stein?
Andrew Stein invited us.
Who's that?
He's a politician kind of type. And he said, hey, you want to have dinner with Barbara Walters and Fergie?
Did Barbara know you were coming?
Yeah. Yeah.
Tell me how she treats you.
Totally fucking into me. Would have blown me right under the table.
What?
Yeah.
I'm going to tell her that in an hour.
Yeah, tell her.
I will.
Beth was like, wow, you two really had like this thing going.
She's actually very flirty and likes being sort of naughty.
Yeah, and she was flirting with Charlie Rose the whole night, too.
Well, who doesn't?
Yeah.
That whore.
Yeah.
And I mean Charlie Rose.
Right.
All right, so what was your impression of Barbara when you had dinner with her?
Thought she was really nice. I thought that she was interesting to talk to. In fact, we made plans to get together again. We just never did.
I'm shocked by this.
Yeah. We liked each other.
Okay, so
And I know she would have had sex with me, too. Like if I just said, hey,
what was her indication that tonight was going to be the night if you chose?
I just could tell she's really into me. So she's
Okay.
she likes that I'm a bad boy. She
Right.
likes
She's
hanging
one of
around
those.
with a bad boy.
So you think that once
She
you were
felt
alone,
bad. You know, she's the lady.
facade is dropped and it's on.
Oh, I think she wanted it really badly.
Any positions? Like what position do you imagine with her?
I don't imagine any position.
Come
with her.
on, do it.
I would probably, if I had to do it to her, I'd do it from behind.
Doggy style.
Doggy style.
Okay.
In the dark.
And that could be her favorite for all
And
we
then I
know.
called into a radio show when she did one here. Yeah, we got a whole little thing going on. And I'm kind of taken with the fact that Barbara Walters, this big icon, would actually talk to me.
Yeah, that's impressive.
But
So she has these dinner parties, and I want to get invited to one of the dinner parties. And I guess it's always like, a head of state, and then the head of some big network, and a captain of industry, and she seats them, and there's themes. Like
Oh,
you
really?
have to, like at this table, you're going to talk about this topic, and at this
you're
table,
kidding.
Oh, I wouldn't go to
very
that.
regimented.
That's so
And
gay.
so yesterday at the commercial break, I said, I want to be
Dumb.
invited to one of those dinner parties. And then she looked me right in the eyes and said, what are you talking about? I don't have dinner parties. And I said, no, I know you do. I talked to Dominic Dunn, and he told me last week. I certainly do not. Joy has dinner parties. I go, well, I know I can go to Joy's house. I said, can I go to the next one? I haven't had a dinner party in 5 years. And I know that's not true.
I know it is true. She doesn't have dinner parties.
What are you talking about?
Dominic Dunn said he went to one like 6 months ago.
He's lying.
What?
Yeah.
Why would he lie to Kathy?
It doesn't
I don't
even
know.
make
Is
sense.
he just pulling the wool over her eyes?
What happened when you went to Drew Barrymore's house? She's actually looking better. She lost some weight.
Oh,
She
she's
got a
hot.
nose job.
She is
Yeah.
angelically beautiful.
Oh, is that what it is?
She got a nose
Yeah.
job.
Well, everyone in Hollywood gets that.
Okay, so my assistant Jessica, and I have two assistants now because I'm building an empire, like my idol Suzanne Summers. And so I get they said they got an email saying I'm invited to a party at Drew Barrymore's house.
Right.
So I thought I was being set up or punked, and I said do an investigation because no A-listers want me to their house. Certainly
Right.
not like a movie star, and
It's weird to have you there.
of
yeah.
course. And Cameron Diaz doesn't want to run into me, and none of them want to run into me. And
Cameron Diaz, by the way, is so hot. She
Yeah,
looks
she's
so good in
gorgeous.
that little mini dress at the MTV movie.
Oh, did she? I didn't see it.
it was. Would you think that was a little bit of a snap to Justin, or no?
I don't know, but she looked really good. As a man, I just wanted to stick my wiener in there.
Are you proud of yourself
wiener.
for saying that like a 12-year-old?
That's
You
the truth,
wanted
though.
to stick your wiener.
Yeah.
Who says wiener?
I do. Wiener.
You're not going to say it at the Barbara Walters dinner party. I'll tell you that.
Barbara, oh, yes, I would. You got to realize I'm not invited to anything because of my childish behavior. I'm an embarrassment.
All right, so it turns out that Drew Barrymore, who I've never met, of course, doesn't know me, but she has a gay who loves me.
Right.
So then I said, okay, well, now it makes sense. So I went, and it was a theme party, which I find annoying.
What is a theme party? What's
It's
the
a
theme?
costume party.
How old is she now, Drew Barrymore?
32.
Yeah, maybe time to stop that.
Well, she didn't have the childhood, and now we all have to pay.
Right, so
All
everybody's
right,
got to
so-
go to Drew's house and play?
Yes, and it's a toga party. So, and
Did you wear a
mandatory.
toga?
Yes, they said you can't
You'll
get
do
in.
anything.
I will, exactly. And so, but they did have a station there where they would make one for you. So before you enter the party, so I didn't have to go get a fucking toga. They like made one for me.
So
But
what do you
here's-
do with your clothes? Like you get undressed somewhere and get
No,
into
I wore like normal clothes under, and then I put the stupid toga thing. It was
So
ridiculous.
it's not even like really wearing a toga. It might be kind of sexy if all the girls
I
are
just
walking
wanted
around
to see
in togas.
famous people. I didn't give a fuck about
Right.
the toga or the fall of ancient Rome.
So you
or
had a
anything.
toga on over your clothes.
Yes, I did.
So
it was a
dumb.
schmata. It was a schmata.
It's so dumb.
And so then I didn't want to go by myself because I thought, well, what celebrity is going to confront me? So I brought power gay Lance Bass.
Oh.
And,
all
you know,
right.
all those girls like him, and the cute gays are more than happy to dress up like it's ancient Rome.
Right.
And he wore, you know, cocktail napkin and string, and he was done. So he
Right.
was practically naked. So we go, but wait, here's the kicker. Guess who was the DJ?
Who?
Guess.
Paris Hilton.
Keep going.
I don't know.
DJ? Who's a DJ?
Jazzy Jeff.
DJ Jazzy Jeff?
What is the matter
Who's
with
a
you?
DJ?
Look at him.
Imus.
He's sleeping like it's a Barcalounger.
Was Imus? I know he's very tired.
No, I'm not. I'm in a show.
Imus.
I'm on a show.
Lohan.
What?
DJ LL.
Lindsay Lohan.
Lindsay
Oh,
Lohan
wow.
was the DJ?
That's weird.
Yes. So in comes
She's so
Lohan.
fucking hot.
And so she was there, and by the way, no toga for DJ LL. She
Oh,
did
no,
not
no
have
way.
to play.
Cool.
And
She's too cool.
right now, here's the thing: have you noticed now that the DJs don't even like scratch records? They
Right.
have a freaking iPod
Did
that
she-
they touch like a quarter of an inch with their finger.
Did she spin good tunes?
Okay, here's the thing. The tunes were fine. You know, they were like, you know, Salt and Pepper and like all the fun hits. But I swear, I watched her and she was trying to spin. It's like on a laptop. It's the weirdest thing. But the music that was playing had no scratching, but I was watching her scratch. So
Right.
I think they told her she was the DJ,
Right.
but they really just played like a tape.
Right.
And they were like, good, way to go with the scratching and the whatever. It was ridiculous.
Wow.
Why can't you just be a movie star?
So who else was there? Like what celebrities?
You know what? The celebrities were good for me because it wasn't the type of people that would hate me. So it was like Amy Poehler and Molly Shannon.
Well, those
and-
aren't A-list.
No, but they were comedy girls.
Right.
So who was there? Heather Graham, who's very beautiful. You must love her.
Nah.
Parker Posey. What?
She's okay. She's not that hot.
Fuck you.
Why?
Because
Why?
you're ridiculous. That's
Well,
why.
Hey, that's my
Heather
rating.
Graham isn't hot enough for you?
Not that I wouldn't fuck her. I would just.
got nice tits.
Not that I wouldn't want to stick my wiener in her, but.
Oh, you with the wiener.
But she's not the hottest.
I think she's.
Oh,
Cameron,
she's got
Diaz.
nice tits. She's like 40 though now.
Cameron Diaz
Yeah.
wasn't
She's
there,
40.
and yet
She's
they're
too
best
old.
friends.
Yeah.
And so, how old are you?
I'm 53. But
How's 40 too old?
for me to date, I wouldn't date a 40-year-old.
He's a famous rich
I'm
man.
famous.
What are you talking about?
I don't have to date 40-year-olds.
Well, then I'm not going to either.
Of
Fuck
course
it.
not. Robin isn't.
You shouldn't. Absolutely not.
Oh, I have to tell you who I went on a date with because maybe you'll know who this is. Because I am trying to break into the heterosexual male demographic. Because my
Okay.
whole life is gay dudes and rich women.
Right.
And so I dated this guy. Do you know who Andrew WK is?
No.
What
Never
is
heard of
that?
him.
He had a
WK.
song called Party Hard, and it's on that game Madden. You know that game Madden?
Party hard?
Yeah.
Is
and
he a country guy?
No.
Is he a straight guy?
Yes!
Yeah. All right.
That's the only reason I went out with him is because he's straight.
So you went out with him, and what happened?
Well, it was a very much of a fish out of water situation for me because I went to like this. He did this sort of weird night
Let
of
me guess.
speaking. What?
So you heard he was a famous guy. You wanted to date him, and then you go out, and nobody's ever heard of this fucking guy.
And I was like, get me out of here. What a waste of time.
You didn't want to be with
Now,
him.
when I went out with Ron Jeremy, people took our picture.
Right.
So that was a good date.
You want to be famous very badly.
Very
and-
badly. And also, I want to
Yeah, you
date
can't waste
someone.
your time with whatever that guy's name is.
I know. And
This is
so,
why I like Kathy, because Kathy admits she wants to be famous.
Yeah.
Like, she's
Right.
like, you know what? I'll date a guy to get famous. I want to
Absolutely.
be photographed. I want paparazzi.
I only want to go somewhere with him where we're going to be photographed.
You know what Kathy did? You know
And
what
that's
Kathy
why
did?
I have no interest in going to your house. I want to go to Nobu with you.
I got two
I want to go to
letters for
Mr.
you.
Chow.
I'll take you to
OJ.
Nobu.
Date
Yeah.
OJ.
But you know what's funny about Kathy?
What?
She decided she wants to be really famous.
So she calls the paparazzi up to follow her around to say that she's going to be places.
Right.
And they should photograph her. So she goes out the other night. She falls out of a car.
Oh,
and they get it all.
It was everywhere. It was in all 4 magazines.
Oh, that's funny.
Full page and in touch.
But you did a good recovery. Like she fell
I
down.
had full hair and makeup on. Are you kidding?
Full out on the fucking floor.
Yeah.
And then like, picks yourself up gracefully.
4 pictures in the Inquirer.
Do you want to kill yourself?
Star, Us Weekly.
Or were you happy
about it?
You were happy.
No, I was thrilled. It was on TMZ. It was
So why don't you
heaven.
fall other places?
She just walked
I'm going
out of the
to. I'm
car.
looking forward to falling a lot more places. And here's how I did it. I was in London. And I saw Sharon Osbourne the day before I went, and she gave me the number of the biggest paparazzi guy in London. And so I called him, and he came, and I was getting out of the cab, and I said, okay. I called him over, and I said, okay, when I get out, bring the camera to the ground because I'm going to fall to the ground.
Right.
And he said, okay, love. And so I got out, and I did this really stupid stumble, and I acted like I was drunk, and I said, help, I've had too much to drink, because I don't know how drunk people talk. And the worst is when some woman tried to help me, and she kind of almost ruined the shot. And I was like, get out of here. So it was in the Post. It was in all the magazines.
You want to be famous. You want to be so famous.
You'll do anything.
Yeah, you'll do anything.
Because fame is power.
Courtney Love gave you a bad vibe, I heard.
I got a bad vibe from her. Now, I can't say we spoke at all. I met her one other time, and I was at this Drew Barrymore party.
But what right does she have to give you a bad vibe?
I don't know. Here's the vibe I got. I don't know if you ever get this, and I can't prove it. I felt like she had heard something I said about her, or like, did you ever run into someone that's like, psst, psst, he said something about me. Psst, psst, psst.
So she didn't talk to you?
Well, she was sort of in a clump, and I looked at her and smiled because I'd met her one time at a restaurant, and then her little sort of posse was like, and that's her tour manager over there. And so I know they were sort of in a cliquish way whispering, but I have no problem with her. I have one very innocent joke about her, but I don't she's not really prominent in my act. Like some people, like Clay Aiken, should literally just shoot me eventually. Some
He's
people
gonna stalk you.
Hey, some people have it coming.
Lou, you're on the air in Buffalo. Real quick, 1 second, Gary. Yes, Lou.
Hey, Howard, how you doing? Kathy, you're hot as hell. Just wanted to tell you. I mean, what the fuck? You got mad at your husband because he took your fucking ATM card? My wife's been doing it for 20 years.
That's called a wife.
See,
but does she tell you?
She doesn't even know we have a bank account now. What the fuck? I mean, you know.
You can't
but does she tell you?
Like Beth will say to me sometimes, I go, hey, I really like those shoes. She goes, yeah, well, you bought them for me yesterday. I said, I did? Oh, okay, cool. But I mean, so what? You know what I mean?
Why is it different for your husband? I don't understand.
Because he didn't tell me. Because I was asleep in the mornings, and he made sure he put it back before I woke up.
Yeah, that's sneaky. That's sneaky.
But you're lucky he let you have a bank card. You see what I'm saying?
Oh,
because I make all the money.
You did make all the money.
I make all the money.
She's the dude in the relationship.
Yeah, I'm the dude.
You're the dude.
That's how we dudes do it.
What is it, Gary?
She's got to go, but I just do have one quick question for Kathy.
Yeah.
Have you been? I used to love. Are you doing any more product placements? Getting paid to place products?
No, and let me tell you, I'm bitter about it, and that's why.
Made a lot of money that way.
I do, and I mean, I still do it. Like, I do commercials and stuff. I did like an.
Yeah, but Kathy would go on talk shows and actually, get paid to mention products.
Just sort of bring up a product in her conversation.
Now, who'd you do it for? I forget. One of the big ones was.
I can't remember, but I'm suspicious.
You know who does those?
Who?
Drew Barrymore.
Of course, they all do it. Well, the worst is John Travolta. John Travolta, when he just happens to be on the David Letterman show in a Qantas uniform.
Yeah, he's heavily.
Are
into
you kidding me?
Yeah.
And they just gave him a 747 because they like him. But he doesn't come out and say, I'm a paid spokesperson for Qantas.
Right.
I'm doing a commercial. So it's like a cooler way to do a commercial.
Drew Barrymore's big one was she went on the Tonight Show, and Jay goes, I heard you like to snack in the middle of the night. She goes, I love grilled cheese.
No, she goes, I love to rock grilled cheese.
She goes, I get the Velveeta cheese.
Oh, the Velveeta.
I rock the Velveeta, she goes.
So you think she could have been paid by Velveeta? I don't know.
Absolutely. Listen, all right, I'm getting the high sign. Next time, come back when you have more time. I had a lot more to ask you, but okay.
She was out there for a while.
You did a good
I
job.
got to go the View. You know how angry Barbara gets.
I know. Kathy Griffin stand-up
She's vying
special.
for a job right now. She can't be late.
She's got to get there for her packet so they can review what they're going to talk about.
The Hot Topics rundown.
Yeah, because nobody reads the paper. See Kathy Griffin stand-up special. Everybody Can Suck It, followed by the premiere of Kathy's show, My Life, on the D-List at 10 o'clock. Obviously a funny show if it's made 3 seasons.
Yeah.
For more information, go to kathygriffin.net. There's no kathygriffin.com, I guess.
Oh, somebody else got it.
As a woman who's on the road 150 times a year, I mean, Artie says it's the most hard thing. He can hardly function.
You gotta love it. You gotta love it. But here's why.
Throwing a fucking radio show every morning from 6 to 11.
Well, you tape a reality show.
The reality show, it's much tougher during the reality reality. But you know, I got to make hay while the sun shines. So right now I'm getting offers that I wasn't getting 3 years ago, and I can't turn them down.
What offers are you? What is the best offer?
Carnegie Hall. I sold out Carnegie Hall. That was fantastic. That wouldn't have happened 3 years ago.
Well, already did it.
How long did it take you to sell out?
An hour.
Oh, fuck, you beat me.
No, I'm lying. I don't know how long it took. I was just happy to show up and have people sitting there.
2 hours on the Stern Show. I sold it out in 2 hours.
Nice.
But he's leaving. He's leaving.
But are you going to do stand-up, Artie?
I do stand-up all the time.
No, but when you go on your sabbatical, are you doing stand-up?
No, I'm doing nothing except colonics.
No, he's going to walk
He's
around.
moving to Italy.
He's going to move into Robin's house and do colonics.
I'm gonna go to my inbred cousin's house in Naples and make mozzarella.
We're going to take a break. Kathy Griffin, we love you, and thank you for being here.
So much.
I'll be back right after these words.
Kathy, what's going on with Artie?
I think Artie's going to get the itch to do stand-up. He might go on sabbatical, but I think after a couple weeks, he's going to want to get up there. You can't do it that much and then just not do it.
But do you think leaving the show is a good idea as a fellow stand-up comedian?
No, he shouldn't leave the show. Of course not. It's great.
What do you think of him?
He'll miss it. He's going to miss it, I think.
What do you think about him health-wise? You know, sort of nodding off in the middle of the interview.
It'd be nice if he could sit up straight during the show, but I guess that's too much effort. I don't know.
Are you really going to tell Barbara that Howard's talking about sticking his wiener in her?
I'm going to tell Barbara in half an hour that Howard wants to stick his wiener in her.
Verbatim.
Yeah, of course.
All right. Well, Kathy, thanks for coming by. Good luck with D-List.
Thank you.
He's Mad Money. I'm here because Howard knows that I speak the truth. Sirius and XM are being blocked because Congress people are owned by terrestrial radio. Some of them are rented, most of them are owned. And this deal won't go through until the Justice Department recognizes that it is a travesty that is just because a dying industry wants to stop a thriving industry.
Now, this is your first time on Howard's show, right?
Yeah, it's big.
How do you feel it's going to go? Are you excited?
Well, I think he understands that there's a commonality, which is that we're willing to speak out. Both of us are willing to speak out. We're protected by the First Amendment. We can say all the stuff that everybody else is thinking, but people think you get in trouble. And we like getting in trouble because we like telling the truth.
All right, man. It sounds like you're going to have a good time
all right.
in there.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Jim Cramer is here. I watch his show, Cramer, on Business. So I don't know what that even the fucking name is, I'll be honest with you.
Mad Money?
Yeah, he did a rap about the XM Sirius merger. That was so good. So, I wanted to say hello to him. Pretty interesting guy, actually. He's worth about $100 million, and I can't figure out how he made it. I mean...
If you listen to that show, will you make it too?
This is the guy I watch on TV, Jim Cramer.
Hi.
Hey,
I'm
Jim.
just wondering, because I'm like, all right, he made the $100 million. What do you make if you listen to him?
You should have $100 million, too, if you listen to Cramer. Hey, let me see if that's working. Testing, 1, 2.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yep, you're on, man.
Excellent. Wow.
Take a seat. Hey, take a seat.
Okay.
How are you?
Oh, couldn't be better, thank you. How about you?
Yeah, good. I heard your rap on... Is the show called Cramer on Business?
It's Mad Money.
Okay.
Mad Money.
I don't know. I watched the show. I just don't know what the hell it's called.
It's just it's a crazy show about what should be talked about in business, not the Dow Jones average.
Well, I played your rap not once but twice when you talked about the XM Sirius merger. Listen, obviously I have an interest in it. I want to see the thing go through. Financially, it would benefit me. It would be very good for me. But
But you, as an outside observer, see a benefit to a merger.
Yeah, well, I was proud that you played it. It was very exciting for me, to be honest, because I kind of feel like I'm in a vacuum. But what I liked about what I believe in is that there is actually an injustice. This is not just about wanting someone to make money who owns Sirius. I just find that when Chevron and Texaco got to merge, Yahoo could merge with Microsoft, and the government would look the other way.
Right.
But because there are Congress people who are rented and owned by terrestrial radio, they want this deal stopped.
I just read that Exxon Mobil made $40 billion in profits this year.
Right.
$40 billion, but they approved that merger quicker than this XM Sirius thing. Where would you ever see anything like
was
this?
they actually took a few more months than most deals, but nowhere near where this deal has, and nowhere near the scrutiny, in the sense that there are Congress people, the U.S. attorney. There's a lot of crime in the country, but this is the focus.
Yeah, it seems wild. In fact, I think it was Arlen Specter announced recently that he's going to look into steroids again in sports and Major League Baseball. And I go, all right, okay, I understand you want to take a look at that. But where on the priority list is this thing? I mean, this is two companies that obviously would save about $4 billion collectively if they could merge. It's not a monopoly in any sense of the word. And yet they can't, even if it's a negative ruling. Where's the ruling already? You made a great comment. You said that the Department of Justice under George Bush, if a leaf blows into their window, they sign it. In other words, Bush was always for big business and making sure that the business environment is a strong and healthy one. And yet here they're just turning a blind eye to this merger.
There are unbelievable mergers in the country. For instance, there's two major washer and dryer companies, and everybody's got to buy a washer and dryer. And it's really the little guy gets hurt if there's price increases. Whirlpool and Maytag, no hearings, nothing.
Nothing,
the two biggest brand names, boom, they're one. You go into Costco, you go into a Best Buy, any of the major hardware stores, and the prices all went up.
I know. I mean, that is what I'm talking about. This thing is crazy, but it really said, I'm being honest with you, I'm a naive guy, and I'll tell you why. I really believe in the greatness of this country. I believe that there are people who are not corrupted by the lobbyists, and yet I really am seeing how it works.
Yeah, it saddens me.
It makes me freaking nuts.
I think that a lot of politicians are afraid that their local radio station will take them on. There really is kind of the one thing that radio has gotten together on is stopping you and killing you. And they feel like that both guys will go under if they can fight it long enough because the companies are losing money.
Let me ask you something and talk straight with me. Is this partially, and maybe this is my massive ego, is this partially because I'm so hated? Satellite radio was flying under the radar. Nobody really talked that much about it. I signed up over here. Sirius made a big surge. And now all of a sudden they can't get a merger approved? I don't know. Maybe it's got something to do with me.
Well, I would tell you that you were the most profitable aspect of terrestrial, and they don't want you to succeed because you could dominate national morning. See, and that's really important because if you were in everybody's car, not just one company's car,
we could win.
You would win.
We would win.
No, and they know that because drive time is the most important. That's still money for them.
And
they
want
still
to
make
win.
money.
I want to win.
Of course you do, and you should.
No one understands that. I hope people are listening because you're making a lot of sense. I want to win nationally.
Well, a lot of people felt like I either am on the take for the companies. I'm not allowed to own any stock. I just look at.
Is that right?
No,
I don't
own stock. No, I can't own stock
because you would affect the stock market.
I mean, let's say I bought Sirius before I did my thing, and Sirius goes up 30 cents because I predicted and I sell. I get too much scrutiny, so I'm not allowed to own any stocks. But when I see an injustice, I really did. I mean, this one is the most outrageous. I've never seen the government all come together on one issue, which is your merger must be stopped.
Republicans, Democrats, they're all against.
Do you predict that now we're over a year? It's embarrassing.
Right.
It's over a year they've dragged this out.
Well, I want to be honest. Look, I have a pulpit. Your pulpit is 100 times larger than mine. But at least I can point out to people in Congress, look, recognize the jig is up. We see it. We see that you let any oil company merge and everybody pays more at the pump, which is universally bad for people who literally don't have a lot of money.
Right.
This deal would actually save people money, and it isn't like you have no competition.
Right.
People put iPods in their car now, and the deal is structured so that the consumer would benefit and pay less. They could just listen to whatever you wanted to.
Of course, and you don't have to buy radio. I mean,
you could still listen to free radio. You never have to buy.
There isn't a single thing which says that it almost is like that if you take Sirius and XM, they rip out terrestrial radio. Totally untrue. But I don't think Congress even understands. Now, you are an unpopular guy in certain circles, okay? And they don't want you to be even more powerful than you are.
Right.
But I also think that for radio, this is the last stand. Because if you were in every car, you could probably maybe quadruple your listenership and it would come out of their hide.
Right.
So they can't they have to stop this.
That's interesting. I've never heard that before.
Yes.
That's an interesting theory. I didn't think about the ramifications of that. Oh, you're absolutely right. Hey, so you're worth $100 million or so. Do you know?
I have a lot of money,
You
but
have a lot of money.
don't.
So you
it
took
doesn't
it
look good
out
to
of the
talk
stock
about.
market. Where did you put it?
I put it in bonds and in real estate, and I've sold all my real estate. I also own a big stake in thestreet.com, which is not it's an online financial.
I'm up
company.
$78,000.
It's been good.
Yeah,
It's been real
Are you
good.
a Giant fan? I would imagine you live in Jersey,
Well,
right?
I'm from Philadelphia, but as soon as we lost, look, the other team I like, Strahan loves my show.
Right.
And he's the only NFL player who has insisted on coming to my show, talking about business. There's a lot of Giant guys who love my show, and they're also just a fabulous team to root for because there was so much hatred toward them.
Such underdogs.
And they were being ridiculed, and the coach was being ridiculed.
Was this the best game you've seen in football for a long time?
It was very difficult to not love last night's game.
How did you feel when you saw this incredible series of plays where Eli Manning escaped? Escaped.
I just love the hubris of the Patriots. The hubris was just something we had to knock down. And Brady looked just another vulnerable guy. Strahan is jumping. The picture in the front of the Times is just great. It's so scary to be Brady. He just was just frightened. The guy who was frightened was Brady. The guy who was confident was Manning.
Right. He looked cool, calm, and collected.
I just love the game.
It was wild.
And this is the first game you watched to the end.
Did you bet on it?
I'm not allowed to take that 3 1/4 that you get to straight up.
What do you mean you're not? Explain to me.
I can't bet. I'm too visible. I'm like you.
You didn't bet.
I can in my little
be
world.
Like me, trust me.
No, but in my little world, the scrutiny on everything I do is too great.
Artie is up 78,000 just betting on the Giants.
I got to tell you, that's
look at look at him.
There's nothing like capitalism. That's pure capital.
Where should he put that money? Where should he put the 78?
May I just say that the most regulated and honest business in the world is NFL gambling.
Of course.
If we possibly had that in my world, you would just see everybody come in because they would know that it isn't rigged against the little guy. There's so much in my world that's rigged against the little guy, but they won't allow that in NFL.
Is that true in the stock market? Rigged against the little guy?
Well, I think that there's a lot of cheaters, a lot of guys that backdated options.
You're right.
A lot of guys that scammed their own company and looted their own company. It still
NFL
continues.
is more honest.
Oh, much more honest, and the enforcement is a lot more serious.
Oh,
quick advice for him: 78,000. He's up. I know this guy's going to let it roll on something stupid and lose it all. Where should he put it right now? Today? What does he do with it? Right now.
Right now, at this very moment.
Give him something to do.
Okay,
give him a plan.
I know what you're going to say. The over in the Pro Bowl.
No, I do. That Pro Bowl is that. No one wants to get hurt in a Pro Bowl.
Right.
No one wants to get hurt, so you can't trust that game.
He should take the 78,000 and invest it. Am I correct?
I have to tell you that I don't want to come here and just tell you that stocks are cheap, but they've been knocked down 2,000 points. Because there's a guy who runs the Federal Reserve, and he's more of a professor than he is a good. I got to dump on him because I can speak freely here.
But let me say something. Yes, you can. Give this guy an aggressive thing to do with the 78,000, even a high
give
risk.
Him like a jolt,
a giant return, because he'll just throw it out
action.
anyway.
Yeah.
So
he
you're
needs
saying
action.
the stocks are viable
something.
now.
I want you to buy all these companies that are involved with housing because housing's coming. Now, I'm the only guy in America who thinks that everyone thinks that house prices are going down.
Housing is coming back?
By the end of the year, housing will be up because these guys are building 1/4 the number of homes. The government is flooding us with money. Mortgage rates have come down unbelievably.
Is there a high return if he takes this risk?
I think a gigantic return right now.
So if he took 78,000, what companies should he go with?
I think you could go with Hudson City Bank Corp, which is a local bank.
Put it on Hudson City Bank.
You're saying buy another house.
Black and Decker.
Because
as soon as you get 600 smackers, you'll go buy a chainsaw, fix your own house up.
I'm glad you're here today. Artie, look at me.
Look
at me. I'm doing
I'm writing it down.
You got to write it down.
I'm going to do an intervention right now. Let me do an intervention.
I got to get the 78 G's from the landscaper.
You won $78,000.
I don't have
nice.
All
right, listen to me. That's good money.
It's very good money.
If you took it and let it roll on Black & Decker.
Yeah.
In other words, he's giving you. He's not telling you to go do.
What's it trading at now? Well, how much is share?
$72. You buy 1,000 shares.
1,000 shares.
Okay.
Okay.
The point you're making is this is sort of a roller coaster kind of ride. It's a little aggressive.
Right.
Because you could lose the money anyway. This is Black & Decker.
Right.
Housing. I guess Black & Decker builds shit.
Well,
they got the tools.
They own the tool market. They own the tool
They own the
market.
tools.
That's a monopoly.
Stock is down 30 straight points.
Right.
No one believes. I believe. The company used to be a $9 billion company. Now it's a $4 billion company. The Swedes will buy it.
And the guy made $100 million in the market. He must know something. He's a Harvard graduate.
Now listen. So it was about $102. Is what you're saying? And
it was
up
$98 in August before the Federal Reserve decided to wreck the economy in order to save it. So as soon as they recognized and they started panicking, people take that refinance money. You can refinance now 5%. Most of these people.
How long should he keep it? And then keep it there and watch it go up.
18 months.
18
months, and you can catch a double in Black & Decker.
And should I put a stop on it? You think to hedge it? Like, what do I put?
I don't like that.
No,
That's what I do. Watch it and just listen. Do this for Christ's sake. Do it for me.
Well, what he's saying too is what's great. I just bought a home, so you're saying that's good news,
what
right?
People are going to do. A lot of people who can't sell their home, they're going to fix it up. Okay.
Can
you wait 18 months
for
action?
This is all.
You got a stock
money.
broker?
I have a very good portfolio.
I'm presuming you already own Sirius because Sirius is my spec of the year.
Stock options.
All right, good.
Pal.
This thing doubles the moment. I like the pal, buddy. The moment that the Justice Department sees the light, listens to the heat, recognizes that this is embarrassing that they let every oil company get together, particularly when you're paying $3.40 at the pump. Who is this hurting? Who is it hurting?
So you're saying upon the merger, the stock's Sirius will double.
Absolutely.
And I'll be within $5 of my.
You can never worry about where you bought it. You got to worry about where it's going to.
So
this is a powerful combination.
Now that he won the 70, he'll take this money and he'll bet like the Pro Bowl.
No, I like this. I like that.
Now you got a plan. This is why I invited the gentleman.
Well, this is also good news because I like the fact that you think it's going to come back with real estate.
You get the 600 smackers. Okay, what are people going to do? They can't. They want. Most of the people who get $600 will try to fix up their home some way.
Right.
The only way you can do it is to go to Home Depot or Lowe's and buy something that's Black & Decker, do some hammering, do some sawing. That's what people are going to do with it. They're not going to just go buy 3 iPods. A lot of people think that that's what they're going to do.
That's what
they're
I think
going to buy tools to make it better.
Right.
That's why this company.
I like it. You see what I'm talking about? Getting into a plan, a program, making some money, for Christ's sakes. Guy made $100 million. What was that like for you, making I don't even understand.
Like, how did you do it?
How do you do it?
I came in every morning at 3:45. I worked really hard. I traded in Sweden and Finland.
No. Wait a second. I don't understand Wall Street at all. Okay. I have no understanding of it. I don't even understand stocks. I don't understand. In other words, you went to an office.
Yeah.
You traded other people's money or your own money?
It started with other people's money, and then as I started getting better, a
bunch of guys gave you money, and they said, "We believe you know what you're doing.
Right.
Invest this money for us and get us a good return."
But remember, it started in 1981, so it wasn't like it was done.
Right.
It wasn't something that was a quick, rich thing.
Did you do it conservatively? In other words, you went there every day. In other words, you didn't try for a big score. You said, "Okay, I'm going to try and manage this money. It's other people's money. It's tremendous responsibility."
I tried to make money every day. I only had one down quarter in 21 years. So
is that right?
Yeah, because I managed it so that each incremental.
So when I read about these
big.
hedge fund guys, they're rich guys. They get rich in Wall Street. What do? They manage other people's money.
They raise a lot of money. See, I didn't. You had to be a member of my club, so to speak. You had to be nominated. The guys who are making this big money now are guys who go to a major university or major endowment, and they get $100 million from one, and then $200 million from another. I just was individuals. That's so if they have
make money by trading, and then you get a percentage of how much money you make?
I make 20% of what I make.
You get 20% of your client's money.
Right. They make 80% of the profit.
That's how you made $100 million.
Exactly.
And then you started putting up your own money, too.
Yes.
And you made $100 million.
Look, it's a great country. I'm not kidding. It's a great country.
Fantastic.
But I paid my full taxes. These guys who got in front of Congress now, they want lower taxes. They're making 10, 15 million, but they want to pay less.
If you made $100 million and you paid $100 million in taxes, so what? You've still got $100 million.
I paid the tax man because I didn't want to ever give it back. The important thing is to not give it back after you make it. Don't worry about how much you pay in taxes.
Listen, fuck the 78 G's. So let's pretend I know a guy who may have like $300,000 to fuck around.
Okay.
All right, go ahead.
Now, you got that kind of money. Is it all? Would you put all of it in like Black and Decker?
Okay,
like,
now you're starting to
where
get.
would you spread $300,000?
Now you're starting to get in a situation where, yeah, I would have to recommend for somebody like that, if he's an older person too, in the 40s, 50s, 60s, maybe a little bit of municipal bond, because there's something good about just getting that income stream that you don't pay taxes on.
Right.
And municipal bonds are paying pretty
You're
good.
looking for Artie, you're looking for information on a whole financial plan. That's not what I was after. I want you to take that 78 and at least, even because you like action,
I do
like
this
that. Black and Decker thing. Or do the other one, I don't know, some bank.
You could do the Wells Fargo.
Wells Fargo.
Fantastic bank. Way down on its luck, but really well run.
What's that trading at, though?
That's at $33. You put
Go ahead. Go do that today.
What a shitload of Wells Fargo.
Yeah.
I
don't want you to buy any of the radio stations, and in particular, I don't like this CBS stock. Just
fuck that.
I'm not kidding. That goes down pretty much every day. That's an annuity stream in a negative fashion.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Goes down almost every day.
Go ahead.
I like Disney, by the way. Disney's going to report a really good quarter. Iger's an honest guy. That stock's down big.
I like him. I had dinner with him
too.
I had dinner with him.
You had dinner with him?
That's right.
I think he's terrific.
I like him.
He's a regular guy. Disney, he reports this week. That's going to be good. McDonald's is down 10 straight points. That's another great name.
Headline in the New York Times. This is exactly what we're talking about today. Google works to torpedo Microsoft bid for Yahoo. Microsoft is looking to buy Yahoo.
Right.
Like, what the fuck? Who gets... That's
that'll be approved. That'll be approved in a week.
I mean,
because the first thing they're going to do is they're going to get together. Eliminates a serious competitor, right? There were three guys going at it.
Right.
The government loves it when there's companies that have nothing to do with radio. They merge them in a second. Like the Justice Department says they're going to look into it. They have to say that. They will approve that deal so fast your head's go like Reagan in that exercise.
I'm
telling you, they could care less.
This is unbelievable. What's going on?
There's no congressman owned by Microsoft.
How is it nobody
they own no
saying?
congressman.
Oh, my God.
You guys, the other guys own a huge number of congressmen against you. I mean, they probably have like...
Fooey means what? Baba Booey. Go ahead.
I actually need a piece of advice from Mr. Kramer.
Go ahead.
On your way. Okay. My wife used to work for a
doesn't know about dental work.
My wife used to work for a company.
Get the braces.
Do you know anything about a dentist? Could you get braces?
No, but I like there's this company called X-Ray Dentsply that's not bad. But I would not recommend it on your show.
Dental work?
No, it's not a great business.
It's not. Okay.
No.
All right. Go ahead.
Okay. My wife used to work for a company. She got a bunch of stock in Citigroup. Okay.
Go ahead.
4 years ago, it was worth X amount of dollars. Now
that's
it's
a
worth,
tough one.
It's worth 20% of what it was 5 years ago. Do I hold on to it now? Or do we
It's
sell it?
finally good because this guy Bernanke who runs the Federal Reserve, he's cutting rates. So finally they're going to pay you nothing. Right now they pay you a lot on your deposits. You know, they pay you $4.
Should you hold the stock or
Yes, you want to hold Citi right here.
Hold.
Yeah, Citi's fine. The Citi was up 7 points in the last 2 weeks. I think it's going to get back to the mid-30s, maybe even $40. And at $40, we're going to reconfigure. We're going to then cash out.
I went to dinner with Iger. Oh, we're bad on that? Okay, get out of here.
I love Iger.
There you go.
But the Citi, you can hold the Citi.
Let me understand something. You went to Harvard.
Yeah.
Right. So what was your...
I was a full scholarship guy.
High school, you were a good student?
I was a good student and good athlete, yeah.
Athlete? What were you athletic
I was a
in?
440 quarter mile. I was a 48 second
no
quarter
kidding.
mile. Yeah.
And did you get laid a lot being a runner? How old were you when you lost your virginity?
Yes.
I'm curious about you.
Excuse me?
How old were you when you lost your virginity?
Well, I don't know. I think that serious deal goes through. And I like the Black and Decker.
We're guys, we're talking pajamas.
I'm more of a business guy than I'm a sex guy.
Never mind what year you lost your virginity.
Don't pretend they're different.
When did you make your first million? When did you become a millionaire? How old were you?
I was 31.
Most money you ever made in a year?
Well, it's interesting. I made 450, but I lost 325. So
you made
had to net it
personally
out.
450
for me, the most I ever made in a year was 21.
21 million in a year.
20 million.
Very nice.
It was a good year, and that's when I retired. Cause like John Elway, like Brett would have if he had made it all the way.
You probably got laid in high school if you were a track star and you got into Harvard. I mean, that's impressive.
I did well in every field of endeavor.
I would imagine women found that attractive.
Well, I was a bit of a geek, though. I was trying to get the scholarship. The scholarship mattered a lot to me in order to be able to pay.
I see. So it didn't happen to you till in college?
Well, the same. I had a girlfriend from both.
Did you marry your college sweetheart?
No, I did not.
You did not?
No, I did not.
So you got a girlfriend in college?
Yeah, I was not. I didn't have that fidelity. I didn't have the fidelity, like Fidelity Fund,
Did you lose your virginity to a Harvard girl?
No. No, I didn't. I had a feeling. I thought we were going to go there because it's so.
Why not?
Stock market that it makes so much sense to talk about that.
No, but you got out of college. You became a journalist. Is that correct?
I covered. I went to Tallahassee. I lived next door to the sorority house where the girl with Ted Bundy killed those girls.
You covered the Ted Bundy killings?
Yes, I did.
Did you see a dead body?
No, but I was the first reporter on the scene.
Wow.
Yeah, it was bad. And then I covered homicide for a couple of years.
So you've done it all. And then I guess journalism didn't pay so well. So
thank you for recognizing that. That's exactly what happened. I did it for 4 years, and I owed a lot of money. I mean, you worked for 4 years, and all you did was owe a lot of money.
Then you went back to Harvard.
Yeah, I had a gambling problem, and I lived in my car. I did everything.
Really?
Yeah. Oh my! I owed a lot of people.
This guy's a gambler. I could tell from it.
Right. But the gamblers, the same thing. Credit agencies and gamblers will let you over time stretch your payments if you're over. It's really an amazing.
What was your weakness? Football, baseball.
It was football.
Football.
Yeah, it was football.
Pro or college? You have a specific.
No, I always
thing?
did. I always did pro.
So you didn't bet on the Giants because you have a problem.
Now
you're not allowed to.
Well, I just think that anything I do that is not totally above board would bring immediate scrutiny to me and hurt my show, which I love.
But you're an addict. In other words,
look. The stock market is. I am addicted to
action.
What's
gaming,
great is you're getting that
the
high.
stock market.
You're getting that same high from something legal
it's
now.
even better. I mean,
right.
Pepsi and Coke report this week, okay?
Right.
Well, I mean, that is just a huge rivalry. And
that gets you off.
Oh, totally. I mean, that's like a storied rivalry. You know what I mean?
It is.
A storied rivalry.
It's like Red Sox Yankees.
It's exciting.
Yes.
It's exciting.
Absolutely. It's a frozen tundra.
Right.
I mean, I just love that combination.
But how are you so disciplined in buying stocks when you were not disciplined with your money gambling?
Because emotion, because I'm from Philadelphia, because the Philadelphia Eagles, because I can't make an honest...
You're not emotionally attached to Coke or Pepsi.
There are no home teams in stocks.
Right, that's good.
In the end, Pepsi, Coke, these are pieces of paper. They are not heart and soul.
But do you ever get that fever? I'm going to chase the dream. I'm going to put the big money down on a high risk stock.
Honest to God, if I could buy a stock. And I would, yours is $3 with a total call on the idea that someone in the government is going to be mortified if we keep the pressure on. Because if we tell them that there were more hearings on this than there were on the Iraq War,
that's what I'm saying.
Don't you think at a certain point that people say, what are our congressmen wasting their time? This is a good combination. I can get football and baseball on the same thing, which is what everybody wants. Face it. We all want Major League Football, and we all want baseball.
You want it on the same platform.
We want it one place, and we don't want to have our car company tell us what we have either.
Who's the hottest girl in Hollywood right now? Go ahead. Give me something.
Are you interested?
Yeah, well, why not? Why not? Why is it always got to be about business? Who's the hottest girl? If you could have sex with any woman in Hollywood right now, who would you go to?
See, this is how Howard makes
sense. Say Rachel Bilson.
Halle Berry.
Halle Berry?
No.
Pregnant,
She's
too.
Now, no.
Pregnant?
Scarlett Johansson, I like.
All right, okay. All right.
I'm not going to give you Keira Knightley. Jennifer Connelly, she lives in Brooklyn.
She's hot.
Right, and she lives in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
That's not bad.
Age appropriate kind of thing.
Exactly.
That's right,
Has kids in school. Kids do well.
You go back to school after being a journalist. You go back to Harvard. You get a law degree.
Right.
Rudy Giuliani turns you down. You wanted to work for him.
Yes.
As a... I
wanted to be a prosecutor.
You wanted to be a prosecutor. Your grades weren't high enough? You were a Harvard graduate.
I had a couple of Bs. He said, I don't need anybody with Bs.
Why did you get Bs?
Because there's a lot of... I love the corporate courses. I love corporate finance. I love tax. Anything involving business. But there were a lot of other courses.
Isn't it funny? The guy with the greatest grades isn't always the greatest attorney. You might have been great for him.
Giuliani thought I would have been. In retrospect, he realized I could have been. And I interviewed with Romney, too.
You did? He turned you down?
He didn't want you
No,
either?
he was saying, listen, 18-hour days, 7 days a week. Did a lot of there was a lot of math to his interview. He asked me about a lot of present value questions, and I was fine on it. But then in the end, he goes, look, you have to devote your life to me. And I didn't really want to devote my life to Romney.
I want to thank you for supporting this merger. And I'll tell you why. Forget it. Let's say I wasn't involved. This is a travesty. This really is a travesty.
And you wonder how many things that we aren't interested in are bought and sold like this all the time.
You're absolutely right. This is an injustice. It's an injustice. I'm not kidding.
What is it that I'm not tracking? Because I'm aware of XM and Sirius. what is it I'm not tracking that these guys are up to every single day, and who's getting paid out, and why can't there just be an honest decision made whether these two companies can merge?
I think that you are not in a position to influence a local congressional election.
Right.
I think the local radio guys have somehow made it so that they believe, the congressmen believe, that their names will never be mentioned on local radio again if they vote for this deal.
I think it's different than that. I think it's much more devious, and maybe I'm wrong. I don't know, but I think what's going on here is that there's many lobbyists out there, and they say to these guys, these congressmen, they say to them, listen, when you get out of being in office, you want to come speak to the NAB for a couple of $100,000. You want to come. You want a radio show. You want access to the media. Do you want favorable media?
You're something. You're right. That's more sophisticated than the analysis I was offering.
I don't know.
Because
Maybe
it's absolutely true that they need airtime, and I think that they're worried. Now, see, the real investigation should be the link between terrestrial radio and the Congress people. Why the heck are they stopping this? Because they never come out and say it. They always say